forgot to open all my shit up.
Good evening.
I'm
Welcome to
ready.
Fantastic Dimensions. This is episode 50 something of Rose to Riches. Gosh, I don't even remember now. 55, I think. Something like that. I'll know
53.
when I title it. So,
53.
53. Thanks, Mark. All right. The morning of September the 2nd, 1633, right? Um, rises. It's a cloudy day, but it's not raining currently. Maybe a little bit misty, kind of foggy. Who wakes up first? Who's an early riser? Who went to bed early last night?
I am, but I have studying to do.
Right. What time do you wake up?
I probably went to bed sometime before midnight, so I'd wake up with dawn.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved myself
About
into
6 a.m.
the big room. Yeah,
How long do you have to study for?
3 hours.
3 hours. So you'd be studying until 9 a.m., which would be kind
Yep.
of a late breakfast in a way.
Right.
But all right. Anybody else going to wake up before 9 a.m.?
I probably would. I gotta pray and then heal myself after what happened.
I'll get up around 9.
You have to pray for how long?
I mean, I only need to recover 3 level 1 spells and then 1 level 3 spell.
So 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get up
And
around dawn.
so you'll be on the same schedule as Antonio Klaus. You said you'll get up around dawn as well, Colin.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Anybody else getting up at 6 a.m.? No. Hobbs gonna sleep later. Nigel's gonna sleep later.
I'll get up around 9.
Antonio will be active around 9. Yep, I think we're all there. So okay. So you're up, Colin. What do you do?
I
6
make
a.m.
rounds. I make rounds around the town area.
Okay. Oh,
Everything out.
okay. Give me a search roll.
Okay. Let me get my dice up here. And what do I roll? A D100
D6.
or
A
a
D6.
D6? D6.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah.
It's all right. I
It's
can
probably a
always
1, right? Because you're a fighter.
get
I'm
it
just
when I
giving you a
find
1
it.
in 6 chance of
Okay.
something. Who fell over? Are you okay?
Microphone fell over. Yeah,
Okay.
microphone fell.
I was worried for a second there.
Microphone boy.
Hold on. I rolled it and I rolled a 3. I rolled a
Okay.
3.
No problem. So you do your rounds. You don't see anything suspicious.
Okay.
Everything looks all right the way you left it the day before.
He'll just make his rounds and then he'll come back to the inn. And I don't know if the cousins of um, I can't think of what her name is
Oh,
now.
Medina's cousins.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna sleep probably till about 9 as well. They were up
Are
late.
they are they are they just hanging out inside the are they sleeping in the front or like down on the floor or something or do they have
No, I think
does it
you have rooms.
do we have that many rooms?
There are 8 rooms plus the main suite.
Okay.
There's
All right.
plenty
Well I'll go
plenty of
back
rooms for the 8 of you.
I'll go back and make me some breakfast and sit down there and
Okay, so
enjoy it.
you start fiddle up some whipping up some
Yeah.
breakfast. You making just breakfast for yourself?
Yeah, nobody else is awake that I know of.
Sure.
They're not
Okay, so you
around me.
make yourself a bit of breakfast, no problem.
Yeah.
You have that. So after you've done your rounds, then you make your breakfast, and then you eat it. About that time, it's about 9 a.m. Nigel, you're going to wake up. Um, I think Luciana is also going to wake up around this time. I said the 2 cousins would wake up at the same time. Antonio and Klaus will both be active and ready to come downstairs, and Hobbs will wake up at 9 o'clock. What do you do when you wake up, Hobbs? Do you have to study?
I gotta redo my second level spells, so I'll be studying for 2 hours.
Okay, so you'll be studying till 11 in your room. Okay, so everybody else can come downstairs. Colin will be just kind of finishing off his breakfast. He probably fried himself up some bacon and eggs and some bread or something, you know.
A quick
Maybe
question
maybe more
before
like ham and eggs, not bacon and eggs, but you know what I mean. Yeah, go ahead.
before Klaus goes downstairs, can you go and knock on Antonio's door?
Sure, I guess. Yeah, probably not. Antonio's just getting ready to do whatever he's going to do after he's finished studying anyway. So Antonio, there's a knock on your door.
Yes. How may I help you? Who's
It's
there?
Klaus. I need to talk to you real quick.
I'll go up and unlock the door. Come in.
Yeah, you're in the suite. Antonio's in
Right.
the suite with all the
So I think he will walk in, and before she says anything, because I'm pretty sure he's probably wearing like a bathrobe type thing, he will
Who
kind of
is?
like move it some so that way he can see like all the magic missile like holes, like the scars from them.
Oh, yours. Yeah. You
Yeah,
show him your wounds.
mine's. You
Okay.
just start showing my wounds and see what he says afterward.
Good
Okay.
lord.
So he comes in his bathrobe and shows you his wounds. They're pretty nasty. How many of them did you get?
I don't remember how many times did he get hit.
Whatever level Hobbs is.
5 or 6. 5, I think.
Yeah, 5. So 5 little hole.
What happened to you?
Yeah, they're
Um,
shaped like keyholes.
Yep.
I would just look at him and I would be like, well, you take a guess, and if he gets wrong, I'll tell you.
Put you on the spot.
Do I recognize these wounds? These types of wounds?
Oh, good idea. Yes. Yes. You've used spells yourself. I think you've even seen Hobbs use his before.
I don't know that I've ever seen him use magic. I've seen him use magic missile, but I never studied the wounds.
No, true enough. Well, you would definitely recognize their magical wounds. I think that's enough to say.
Who were you fighting last night, and why didn't you wake me? Did you kill them?
I wasn't fighting anybody, but let's just say somebody who came back with a grand entrance.
Is anyone else dead?
No, but they almost died.
Nigel.
Yes.
Hmm.
Let's just say him and Hobbs got into some weird stuff. Remember that horse thing he had?
Ugh, don't remind me.
Well, now he has some type of hellhound. I thought I was going to hell, really.
Wait, what?
I'll let you find out once we get out of here. Let's just say that he has a different creature now, and yeah. Oh, and some of the horses are dead.
Son of a...
Anyways, I just wanted to let you know. I figure you want to know.
Thank you.
I'm
I will
also trying to talk to Antonio this morning, so I don't know when I'll arrive at the door.
After that, he will go get dressed, and yeah.
Okay. I will begin. I'll lock the door and begin studying.
Okay.
I'm also going to go to Antonio's door when I get up.
Okay. Go knock. It'd be right after Klaus has come in.
Knock, knock.
Who is it?
Nigel, I need to speak with you.
Shit. We'll go over and unlock the door. Come. And close and lock it behind him.
Okay.
All right, I come in and I'm like, that Hobbs man, you must beware of him. He has great evil powers, perhaps more powerful than us.
I understand that he summoned a demon last night. Were you there?
Yes, he tricked me into helping him. Forgive me, I don't know what came over me. I might have put the group in danger, and I think I made Colin. Well, there's a situation with Colin, but
I see. That begs a question then.
and we're down a few horses.
I've heard. God damn it. How many horses all in all?
10.
10? How big is
It's
this?
kind of like
How big of a demon did this man summon?
Well, it's quite unimpressive. It's like a small, lame dog.
That's good. Hmm. Here's a question: does dispel magic work against charm person?
Uh,
I don't know.
I think it would. He's under a spell.
Yeah, but it's not a curse. It's not mind control. It's a
It's
persistent spell.
very close to mind control. He can
I can
suggest
choose to drop it at any time, can
I don't suppose. You know what? I'd let you maybe cast it again in reverse.
I? Uncharm.
Exactly.
Now he hates me.
But see, then at least there's a cost to it. You'd have to use a spell slot.
All right, well, that's cool.
And you didn't study that spell today, did you? Or did you?
Yeah, I always have that one prepared.
Well, have we
That's
prepared
fine.
spells yet? Because I was just getting started. Well, when did they
No, this
start
is 9
knocking
a.m.
on my door?
This is 9 a.m.
Oh, I
I
thought
had
it was
stuff.
This is after you finish
Okay.
studying.
After I finished. Okay,
Just before
good.
you were probably about to head down for breakfast yourself.
I see. Well.
And I still had stuff prepared
Now,
from.
before we continue,
Mm-hmm.
Luciana, what do you do when you wake up at 9 a.m.?
Just brushes her hair a little bit. She doesn't really put much effort in. She just puts one of her many dresses on and just comes down and makes herself something to eat.
Okay, cool.
And
Your
asks
cousins are down there
everyone.
too. They're excited to see you and hoping you're going to make something to eat.
Yeah, she'll make anyone who wants anything to eat to eat. Basically, she'll cook for anyone who wants it.
All right, well, there you go. Okay, then while she's doing that, we can continue the conversation in Antonio's suite at the Nonsbeck Inn. Good old Nonsbeck.
Yes, so I was seduced by his promises of power, and I was impatient. You must forgive me. I should have waited for your instruction. I feel that I've made a deal with the devil, this Hobbs man. He may even be the devil.
I can assure you, he is not the devil, but
Okay.
his values are very closely aligned with chaos.
He may be
Which I
flattered to hear
suppose
you say so, though.
all of ours are, but some take to it more than others.
And I thought I was chaotic and evil. That
I'm
man
gonna.
scares me.
Was there a chest in this room with a key?
I think there would be, yeah.
Okay. And if anything, we would have gotten the key off the body.
Didn't you have some chests as well? Some treasure
I-
chests?
I do. They're in the basement though, of the
okay.
the burnt out house.
Oh, they're still there. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Okay.
So I go over and I unlock that, and I pull out a large black book, and I place it on the desk, and I motion Nigel over.
I come over and gaze upon it.
Nigel, you immediately recognize this book. This is the Malleus Deus. It is a famous book.
Yes,
It's
He has
rumored
seen it
that
before.
the Library of Alexandria was burned down in order to destroy this book, but it survived.
I had it in my grasp just a few days ago.
This, Nigel, let me tell you the history of this book. Oh, crap. Cole. I can't remember. I see Colin, and I want to say Colin because I know that's Rob. I keep wanting to call Cole Colin. Cole and I discovered this book in a rundown farmhouse in the middle of... Oh, where was it? Middle of France?
Indeed,
Was it
interesting.
in France or was it in Germany?
No, it was in the old Holy Roman Empire, yeah.
It was in the middle of the Holy Roman Empire, in the center of a cornfield, haunted by a scarecrow monster. Although we didn't ultimately defeat the evil there, I'm sure it still lurks beneath the corn. I've had it in my possession ever since, and it's taught me quite a bit, and I've added quite a bit to it as well. And I flip it open, and I pull out a dagger, and I cut the tip of my finger, and I start inscribing a rune inside the cover. and I cast explosive runes on it.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I say, "Give me your hand," and I to Nigel, and I take a bit of his blood, some of my blood.
Remind me, Klaus, have you seen this book before?
Klaus is not in full.
Klaus, you also know the history of this book. This book is one of the evilest books that ever existed, and what is supposed to be destroyed on sight, and anybody who possesses it or knows of its existence is to be killed by order of the
Ooh.
church.
Yeah, you better keep that shit away from me.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get to that. So I
And
inscribe the
you
rune.
witness, of course, Antonio prick his finger with blood and inscribe a rune on it, begin casting a
Klaus
spell.
left, didn't he?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he left. He went to go get breakfast.
He
had
went
left.
down and I came
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
it's Colin. No, who's in there with
no,
you?
just Nigel.
Really? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry. Forget
No
all
worries.
that.
No worries. Oh, I wouldn't pull it out in front of
I
Klaus.
thought for
No
sure
way.
there was 3 people in the bedroom.
No, I would not have tempted Klaus in that way.
Apologies. Okay.
No worries. So then I inscribed the rune in there, and I turned to, after I'm done, I turned to Nigel. I say, "Not only you and I are attuned to this book. Should someone not dispel the rune and attempt to read it, it will explode and destroy the book, and hopefully the person trying to read it as well."
Excellent. So, can I take it and study from it?
I would prefer you leave it in this room if you wish to study from it.
What about if I take it to the basement?
I would rather you leave it in this room, and
Okay.
whenever not using it, it is locked in the chest.
That is fine.
I'll see about getting a second key made for it, so we both have access. There is much in here to learn. All of my spells are in there, as well as those that the Malleus teaches. I start flipping towards the end. Of course, he hasn't cast Read Magic, so he can't read it yet. This last one in here, I don't know what it is, but there's others. Permanency, animated artwork, telekinesis, 7 gates, even the ability to transform your enemies into worthless things. There's a lot to learn.
Yes.
Including the spell that you witnessed last night in your ill-fated adventure with Mr. Hobbs.
So you're willing to teach me that one now?
Indeed.
It would be good to have, against such powers, fight with the same, be able to summon your own thing. Yes, yes.
There is dangers, though, in the summoning. You must be
Yeah.
careful lest you rend reality to its very core.
I will take whatever instruction you give. I want to start study right away, but I want to check on my spiders first.
Indeed. And I will put the book away and lock it back up.
Do I have a key to this, or I have to?
We'll get another key made as soon as possible.
Very well. I will.
Or a new chest, at least. Something more discreet.
Okay.
But tell no one of its place, especially not our good friend Klaus.
Of course.
As excellent as a man as he is, he would be obligated to see us both dead and the book destroyed if he were to discover it. And I would not wish that upon him, because I would be forced to defend myself.
I have a question about why is Colin going around patrolling?
Well, he wishes to name himself sheriff of the area, bring some law to the land, and I think it's an excellent idea.
Ah, well, that explains why he was trying to stop us last night.
No?
Yeah, he saw us taking the horses. That's why I had to charm him.
Oh, god damn it.
But I don't, I want to like just release him from it and let him, if he wants to give me some punishment, except killing me, of course. But I will accept whatever. I want to make things right with him, but I feel he'll be angry when he finds out that I cast a spell on him.
Well, I imagine he would, considering that he'll remember everything. Well, let's think about how we can accomplish that. Perhaps a dispel would work on him. I'm not sure.
I'm sure I could undo the charm with another spell, but I'm relying on you to protect me or talk him down if he wants to try to kill me. It's all Hobbs's fault, by the way.
No need to keep a close eye on him, but you know what they say: keep your friends close and all that.
I've come to realize I am a weak man who could die at any moment, and I shouldn't make enemies of powerful wizards and big, strong men.
Hmm.
So I
We
have
can
to
all
learn.
die at any moment.
I have to learn my place. I'm just a groveling hedge maid.
I
Hedge
like
maid.
to imagine that Antonio taps on his wooden leg subconsciously while he says that.
Probably does. Or he rubs his thigh or something if he's standing. But yeah.
Yeah.
He's still traumatized by that.
Indeed. Okay. So what are you guys going to do then?
We're gonna have to find a way to cure. Well, be kind to Colin until we can reverse what's been done.
Yes, all I told him to do was that to leave, forget about the horses and go back to bed. So I mean, I didn't do anything bad to him except,
Bend
take
his will.
control of him. Some people don't take kindly to having their bodies and minds controlled by others.
Indeed. Well, I guess so long as you don't order him or entice him to do something too terrible, it should hopefully work out in the end. I'll be there, of course, when we get this taken care of and help explain what happened.
All right. Head down to breakfast.
Indeed. I'm hungry. Lock the door behind me.
Okay. As you guys go down, Luciana's cooking breakfast. Klaus is sitting there. Sorry, I didn't catch when he left the room for some reason. No sign of Hobbs. Luciana's two cousins are there. Colin is there. He's already eaten though, so he's probably just relaxing, maybe having something to drink or whatever. Beer is good for breakfast. Ale, perhaps. So,
I have an idea.
yeah.
And I pull Nigel aside and I say, I have an idea. Why don't you order Colin to kill Klaus? That should break it. I only kid though.
Klaus? Why Klaus?
You
He's a
trying to
friend.
get me killed?
The guy who's been healing Nigel and everyone else who everyone loves.
You don't think I'm a
I only kid. We'll figure a way. Let's
I
have
give him a
breakfast.
weird look like
It's just great. I give him a wink.
I can't trust nobody except Klaus.
Luciana shouts out,
My
"Hey,
good
guy,
friend would be the one who burns me. Sorry, go ahead.
what would you like for breakfast? I don't have a lot."
Ah, Miss Luciana, a ray of sunshine on a doomed and dour soul such as myself. What a blessing you are to see in the morning.
Oh, I thank you. But you're too kind. I haven't really made much effort this morning.
You are angelic, as always.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you.
I'll say in Spanish, I'll have whatever you have to offer. I'm not picky. Sustenance is sustenance.
Okay.
And she cooked. The perfect woman.
Yep. And she will cook breakfast. Whatever Nigel wants. Well, whatever I can.
Yeah,
Whatever I have available.
whatever you're cooking, I'll take it. I'm not picky either. Food is food.
I assume it'll just be ham and eggs and stuff like that. I don't know.
Luciana,
Yes.
how attractive are the Medina men?
Are you on about the cousins in general, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, like was I can't remember, was Antonio de Medina like a good-looking guy? I
Oh yeah,
think
Medina. Yeah, he was a
Giacomo
good-looking guy.
Giacomo definitely was, right?
Yeah, both of them were good-looking men. Yeah.
And the cousins too.
Yeah, we'll say yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll say we're all from a good gene pool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, got that good. They got that nice Spanish complexion and
Yep.
cool accents and
Yep. Yeah, they do.
Dark hair.
A rare exotic beauty.
Oh, Nigel.
Okay. So you guys just gonna sit around, wait, see what happens? Chilling out in the common room for a couple hours, relaxing, or
I want to go check on my spiders. Has he
okay?
attracted any other spiders?
Yes, yes, you're getting like a little colony of spiders going already down there.
Oh,
There's
I forgot
bunches
about
of
the
them.
spiders.
There's bunches of them there.
Excellent.
There's webs all over the place. You walk down, you're like, "Oh," it's you just feel great about it. Nigel might even smile.
Go flick bugs into their webs and watch them struggle.
Yeah, currently, yeah, there's you were farming flies, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's tons of flies all wrapped up, in that kind of
I'll
cocoon-like web
leave
thing that
like
they do. Hmm?
rotten pieces of meat down here in the basement so that it always attracts flies.
Yeah,
Leave the door open all the time.
yeah. I think you've had one in here since yesterday, right? So already. So
Excellent.
Am I done with my studying?
not quite yet. But where do you stay down there for a couple hours, Nigel, till 11 o'clock, or do you go back
I just
upstairs?
go. I go check on my spiders and talk to them, and then come back up.
Okay. And you have some breakfast that Luciana's made.
Yep.
Cool. So 11 o'clock comes. Everybody's had their breakfast. Some people might be smoking pipes or something, and having after breakfast drinks and just kind of relaxing. You guys haven't actually had a break in a while, if I recall correctly. um, and it's not like much is going on. And Hobbs, what do you do when you're done studying?
I will get dressed since I sleep in the nude. And then I'll wait till I hear everyone downstairs kind of laughing and enjoying themselves. And then I'll open the door as loud as possible. And hopefully there's enough tension in the air you can cut it with a knife. And then I'll slowly make my way downstairs. And I'll see, is everyone down there?
Yeah, everybody, I think. Yeah, the whole group.
Uh,
So there's 7 people, right? You've got Klaus, Antonio, Nigel, Luciana is behind the bar. Actually, she seems to be serving everybody. She's taken over as the barkeep or something. She's been cooking. She's probably actually, she might be just finishing washing some dishes actually, and kind of wiping her hands on a cloth. Um, her two cousins are there as well. What are their names again? Sorry, can you tell me one more time? I keep forgetting. I just
Miguel
write
and
them down.
Alejandro. Miguel
Miguel.
and Alejandro.
I might have written them down before and forgot about it, but Miguel and Alejandro de Medina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. I'll continue my way downstairs and I'll glance over at the party and I'll kind of nod my head and say, "Good morning, everyone."
I think Klaus would raise like a cup of beer that he has, like saying hi back.
I just squint at him, glare.
Luciana does not look at him. She just continues what she was doing.
Mr. Hobbs, good morning.
Good
I heard
morning.
you had a interesting evening.
Oh,
Hmm. Seems we are short a few horses.
I'll look over at Nigel. I see Nigel must have spun you quite a tale.
I've heard quite a
Yes,
tale from many people.
the tale of how you tried to murder me.
Murder. That's a very strong word, Nigel. I remember you taking quite the tumble. But anyways, let us not fight. It's a time to break fast and enjoy ourselves. And I'll sit down at an open spot, start taking food off people's plate and eating it?
Oh, those plates are all cleared.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're all
Okay.
cleared and washed up by now. Everybody ate like 2 hours ago almost.
All right, then I'll grab into some whatever's left in the kitchen, make myself something to eat.
Okay, so you go back into the kitchen, back behind the bar, past Luciana. Yeah, you can make yourself something to eat. No problem. What are you gonna
Yeah,
make? Just some ham, eggs, toast,
Yeah, I won't cook anything. I'll just grab some like
or
bread
not
or
toast, but bread. You know what I mean? Bread,
yeah, some bread
butter.
and some cheese or something.
Yeah,
Something.
there's cheese.
Luciana glares at him when she walks into the kitchen. It's like it's her territory, not yours. No.
I'll ignore the woman, and then I'll get my bread and my cheese, and then I'll nod over to the party, and I'll say, "Well, I'll see you gentlemen later. I have some business to attend to in the woods." And I'll head over to the woods.
What a rude man.
Hmm.
Okay, he walks out the door, closes it behind him.
First
Sus.
impressions, I thought he was okay, but after we actually met the rest of you, he turned into a bit of a knob.
Hobbs the knob. Raise my glass and have a drink.
He's a hobnob. Okay, what do you do when you go out to the woods, Hobbs? Oh, actually, yes, your demon dog will come running out to greet you.
I'll lift my arms up and I say, "Good boy, Cerebus," and I'll hug him and
He tackles you to the ground and growls in your face.
I'll
You
pat
did
him
you
on
you
the
brought
head.
food with you, right?
Yeah, some bread and cheese.
Some bread and cheese. What is your constitution anyway?
It is.
Actually, just give me a paralyze save. Give me a paralyze save. Actually, fuck it.
God. 19. Very sure I passed that.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah, you don't bruise anything or knocks the wind out of you a little bit when it tackles you and starts growling in your face. You said you did bring food with you, yeah?
Yeah, bread and cheese.
And then it reaches down and grabs the food away and chomps it down. And then it starts kind of just trotting around you a little bit.
All right. Let us go to the woods out of prying eyes. And I'll walk him over to the woods, and then I'll tell him that he has a job to do tonight. And I'll tell him that once.
Yes, master. What would you have me do?
Actually, you can start today. No, wait till nightfall. I want you to find me a large enough cave for my rituals. I say maybe about 30 feet wide, 10 feet high.
A cave, you say?
Yes.
Very well. You want me to go at night?
Yes. Stay out of sight until then. And then I'll throw the rest of my cheese to him. And then I will go back to the inn, I guess.
Okay. Yes, I do believe you burned all the bodies. You had a big pyre last night at the church ruins, remember?
Right. We also
You also reburied some of the
all
other
the
dead, and Klaus had done a ceremony for, yeah.
Right. Okay. Excellent. So what are we gonna do? I say to the room.
I require a few weeks of study time, downtime.
Indeed. There is much to learn. We'll need supplies. We'll need a way to contact our stonemason friend to fix the ruin.
Okay, well you can get one of those in Boston.
We could
I think you got him
go-
from Boston. Or did
Yeah, I
he
think
come
so.
up from London? Oh,
I think
it was from Boston.
I don't remember.
I couldn't remember. Did you contact your friend in London? to.
We need to contact him because I have books to sell him.
How many of the regular villagers are still around? Did anybody come back around after a few days?
Good question. Good question. What's your lowest stat, Nigel? It's
4
your
con.
Constitution, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You look out the window, and you see like a few men. They're varied in age from like maybe 50 to 20. Looks like there's 3 of them. They're kind of armed with farm implements. And actually, one of them has like a rifle or a musket type thing. And they're kind of creeping towards the inn.
Gentlemen,
Hmm.
I think we have a little mob outside.
Yes. Oh,
And they see the curtain move or whatever it is, the shutter, whatever. And they stop and they like freeze in their tracks and kind of hold their weapons tight, like they're scared.
We better talk to them.
You
indeed.
guys who have lived here for a while, if you look out the windows, you recognize some of these guys. You've seen them before in the inn. They're
Okay.
local farmers.
Well,
I'll
if I've
open the door
seen-
slowly, see what happens.
Klaus, you open the door.
Slowly.
Mm-hmm. And they see you, and they look frightened, and they seem to be waiting for you to act.
I think I would look back at Antonio, like give him like a, when you do your shoulder thing, like I don't know.
Shrug. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I shrug, and then I guess I'll look forward, and I would be, can we
They
help
they
you?
they do seem to recognize you, Klaus, because you lived around here for a while too, right? Yeah, for a year or whatever.
Yeah.
If he's shrugging at me, I guess I'll walk over with him.
They say,
Show them that we are not
"You,
snake men.
you're back."
Yes. We came back and we were attacked by serpent people.
What happened here? We saw the flames, the church, the house.
We sadly had to
The
kill
pyre last
some of
night,
the
the
some of.
graves.
I would just be there was a snake cultist here. They took over some of the people's bodies and they try to kill us and they kill some of the other villagers.
Hmm. And they're all dead. Those those cultists.
If you want to take a look behind the inn, you're more than welcome to. And if you want to come in and have something to eat or drink and
What do you mean
talk some
behind the
more,
inn?
we'd be
They
more
burned
than
all. They
happy.
burned. They burned all those bodies.
Okay, well, I mean, they would find the ashes or whatnot.
Okay. They seem relieved, and they say, "What happened here? Like, where did the cult come from? It was just here
Why
one
don't
day.
Why don't you just come inside and we can
Like
have a talk and I'll.
they'd all just changed overnight."
We were wondering the same thing.
Some of the other local folk think it's dark magic, that there are witches here in Nonsbeck.
No.
If they were, they're dead now. I'm a servant of God, and there is no wishes here.
Praise God.
What did you do with the bodies? Did you find Albert? Is he dead?
Yes. Is he
Is
the
is Albert the Smith guy?
He
yes.
was the smith, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I buried him and we did
And
the rites.
Randall the stable boy is also passed.
It was said that it seemed that Tall Fred left town.
Oh yeah. That what did he get killed too?
He did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died in your house.
He is also passed, murdered by cultists.
Technically
And
true.
Luciana shouts out, come in, come in. We've got food and drink, come in."
Yes,
Sit down.
everything is safe again. Tell the rest of the villagers they can return. We need to rebuild.
They
Yes, we're
look
very sorry about what happened,
they
but
look
it's safe
conflicted,
now.
like they don't know what to do or what to
Is
believe.
anybody hurt? Like any of them?
No, they're not hurt. They they don't look like they've done battle with the cultists. You're pretty sure you guys were the first people to come in and stand up to those fuckers.
Did I ever get to the end?
And you're in the end, yeah. You've been in the end.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's almost noon. We'll have to see. It may take some time to regain the faith and trust of the locals.
Well, gentlemen, we have cleared the place of whatever it was that was rooting itself in here,
And why did
but
you burn the church?
they took over the priest and all his followers. That's where
But
they
you,
were.
Klaus, you're a you're a man of God yourself. If perhaps a little twisted in your views. They're not
Are they?
Catholics. Remember, this was an Anglican church.
No, no. So he would be. They were taking over, and that's where they were doing their rituals. And sadly to say, we had to burn down the church or die, be turned into these vile creatures with them.
So it was black magic.
That or something far
Satanism,
beyond.
witchcraft, sorcery. Perhaps they were in league with demons and devils.
Hobbs will cough a little bit. And he'll get up and he'll say to the villagers,
And you hear
"Good
a
evening."
gunshot ring out from the woods. And the men jump and quickly look to you to make sure you're not going to attack them.
I put my hands in the air.
Who's talking to them?
Well,
Klaus? Yeah, probably just in a sheer gut reaction, the young man with the musket like looking thing is pointing it at Klaus because he's the one standing out there in the doorway or out front of the inn talking to them.
Yeah,
And
I
then
would just look back at him and I would be like,
you hear some shouting. You hear something that sounds like a man screaming out in pain. You hear more shouting for
"Are
several
they fighting each
seconds,
other?"
and then it stops.
What in the hell? I'm gonna walking out
And then you just hear
with my limp.
the distant moans of an injured or wounded man.
Can I run out there and like heal him?
I'm gonna follow.
You're both gonna start running out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else running out
yeah,
to
I guess I
the woods?
gotta go check on my dog, so I'll go.
I'll
Luciana,
stand
you're
at the
staying in the
door.
inn, are you, with your cousins, or
Yes.
they'll stay wherever they'll go wherever you go. If you go, they'll go with you. If you stay, they'll stay with you.
She's gonna keep an eye on the inn. If there's commotion going out there, she'll keep an eye on the inn.
Fair enough.
I'll
And
stand
what
at the
about you,
door.
Colin? You're the sheriff.
Colin's not there.
You were. Where'd you go? You were having
No,
breakfast in the inn, weren't you?
no, he already had finished his breakfast, and then everybody started coming down, and he wasn't there when they came down.
Was he not? Where is he then?
I thought he went on patrol or something.
No, but
He
he
didn't
finished
tell
his patrol
anybody.
before he had his breakfast.
Okay.
He didn't tell anybody where he went. I didn't even tell
Okay.
you he left. But I mean,
Okay. Well,
nobody.
please tell me where you are.
Um, I'm over at the old house.
You're over at the old house, and you hear these gunshots because they're not too far from you, and you hear something that sounds like a horrible demonic growl, like the biggest, meanest wolf or something that you've ever heard. You hear more shouting. You hear a man cry out in pain. There's more shouting. Goes on for about maybe 10 seconds, and then it's quiet, and you just hear the moans of some injured, wounded man. But you definitely
Okay,
had heard
well,
multiple voices shouting.
I'm assuming as soon as he heard the gunshots, he would start running in that direction.
Okay, then you
So
arrive. What's your lowest stat? Your lowest ability score?
for stability, let me pull up his character sheet. It's probably something like Constitution, a course. Let's see.
Everybody's constitution has been compromised, except for
Let's
Hobbs.
see. Oh yeah, it's Constitution. He has an 8 Constitution.
Okay, you get there just as you see one man on the ground holding his leg, and it's like it's ripped open really bad. He's losing a lot of blood. Um, looks like this giant wolf like, or not even giant, like this big dog like thing, sorry, that you see fighting with the other man who's fighting it with a pitchfork. um, he looks like a farmer. um, and this dog has this crazy long like green slimy looking tail. It's a very weird looking dog. It doesn't look natural. And just as you run up on the scene and you see all of this, the man drives the pitchfork into the dog. The dog like lets out this demonic like yelp almost type sound, but it's like really bassy and hurts your ears a bit. And you see the dog just like vaporize or disintegrate before you, and you hear a sound that's like the cries of a dozen tortured men as it disappears. And the man stands there panting, holding the pitchfork and looking like, where did it go? And he sees you running up and he pulls the pitchfork up in your direction.
Oh, oh, oh. Colin.
What was that thing?
Colin Frost. Hey,
It was a
don't
hound
worry
from
about that.
hell.
Okay, stop. Your friend over there, he's bleeding out. Go tie his leg off before he loses it. I'll
He
look
looks.
around. I got my 2 pistols. If there's anything around, I'll protect all of us. Just take care of your friend.
He starts doing that immediately. And you
And
hear
he,
people running from the direction of town in your direction, right? Because that would be Antonio, Nigel, and Hobbs. I think we're going that way, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
3 magic users and Klaus
Yep,
as well,
I
right?
was,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Klaus.
Collective
Nigel.
leaders.
Nigel never said, right? Is Nigel running?
I'm at the inn.
Okay,
I never
sorry.
slept.
It's Klaus. I'm getting people mixed up all day today. Okay.
he will turn in the direction he hears people coming,
Yeah,
and he'll
and
have
then
his
you'll
pistols pointed.
you're looking and you'll see them running in your direction. You'll see Antonio and well, actually Antonio is probably the slowest one because he's got a wooden leg.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely the slowest.
Klaus is probably the one up front, followed by Hobbs. Because Hobbs passed Antonio with ease since Antonio's hobbled. No offense. I mean,
So who's in the very
I got a
front?
wooden leg.
the very front is Klaus. Klaus, you're running up and you see Colin with his pistols in his hand, although he's not pointing them at you.
He would be come down, come down. I
He-
I, I come to heal whoever's hurt. Who's
Yes.
hurt?
Plus, pray over the van over there. His leg is tore up by well.
Do I
He's
see the
supposed
guy with the pitchfork?
He dropped the pitchfork and he's now trying to bandage this guy's leg as the
Okay.
guy's moaning, and he doesn't look well. He's really pale.
Okay.
He's lost a lot of
I'm
blood. He's still
gonna
losing
walk
more.
up to him and I'm gonna tell him, please move aside. I will take care of this man. But whatever you do not panic, and I'll heal him.
He actually listens to you. Okay, you cast Cure Wounds or whatever,
Yeah, I'll cast
and you
cure wounds
cure
on
it
him.
completely. You rub your hand over his leg, and the wound just disappears, and there's this like kind of holy light emanates from it momentarily as all of a sudden the wound is gone. His clothes are still shredded, but the wound is healed.
And I will look at the other guy and
And he
he'll
looks
be
at you in awe. Have these guys seen you do miracles before, Klaus? I think
no, they
no.
only saw Mark Sullivan.
Right. And the man who previously had the pitchfork lurches back and stumbles on kind of all fours backwards, kind of crab walking back away from you, and says, "Witch!
Wait, wait. I'm a servant of God. I'm not a witch. Please,
You
just
you used magic,
no.
sorcery,
It's not sorcery. It's the will
devilry."
of God.
All right, you're gonna
Please,
try to calm him down,
yeah. I'm gonna be like, please come here. Let me heal you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm
and he
here to
then
help.
does calm. He's not actually wounded.
But still, I will go up to him and I will kind of like pat his shoulders on his back, and I will be like, "Are you sure you're not hurt? Are you okay?"
I'm certain. I'm fine, sir.
What happened here?
There was a beast from hell. And of course, Hobbs, you've arrived by now, and Antonio is kind of huffing and puffing his way there.
All right,
Yeah, with that, he would look at Hobbs and give him this look like,
I'll look.
really?
I'll look straight ahead. I'll look flabbergasted at all this. And I'll say, What happened here, kind sirs?"
Some kind of hellhound attacked my boy.
Oh,
And you see, yeah, the man who had the ripped up open leg, he is like a late teenager.
quickly, tell me, what did this beast look like?
Oh, also, you see his dropped musket on the ground there as well. That's the gunshot you heard earlier. They describe your demon dog. Big dog, horrible teeth, unnatural sounding growls with a long tail with it looked like there was some kind of ooze dripping off of it. Perhaps it was
See,
poisonous.
well, I'm a traveling merchant.
I
I've
drove
heard
my
tales.
pitchfork through it and it vanished.
Yes, I've heard of this
Wonderful, sir.
beast. I've heard of this beast. It's called a
Now you're there,
black.
Antonio.
It's
Sorry,
called
no.
a. It's called a black shuck or black dog of England. They're spiritual animals. They lurk around graveyards. They must
Spiritual.
have. Yes, yes. They lurk around graveyards. They must have been angry that the church was burned down and they seeked retribution.
He is totally buying your bullshit too. He's like, "Oh my god," and he's making like a sign of a cross and everything, and saying a little prayer.
We have the
And
only
all
way
of a
to.
sudden, it kind of dawns on him that he's just destroyed a demon from hell, and he kind of starts to. He looks and sees that his boy's actually okay, and he checks the wound, and he
Yes.
actually seems to kind of smile a bit.
What's your name, sir? You're a hero.
Alfred,
Alfred the Brave. Let me shake a hero's hand.
this is my boy Andrew.
Andrew. Well, Andrew, you're lucky you have a father as brave as this man.
Antonio,
I'm,
are you saying anything during all this? Or are you just observing?
Well, as I huff up and hear what's going on, I'll just kind of observe for now.
And they accept Hobbs's or he accepts Hobbs's kind of praise on him, but they actually seem to kind of then walk past Hobbs, and they're just thanking and like trying to kiss the hands and feet of Klaus.
Yeah, I'll let them. I'll let them ignore me.
They don't ignore you. They beamed with
I
pride at
would
what you
tell him.
said, but
I would be like, please don't. I'm here to help. Why don't we go back to the
you
town?
you're going to the town. Is it safe?
Yes,
There were
it's
others that
safe.
they went there.
Yes, they're right in front of the inn. Why don't you guys come back? We get a warm meal, and you guys can, relax after everything you've gone through.
Okay, so you bring them back
And
to the inn.
I'll have him go
As they,
first.
I will interject at this point. You're lucky that this faithful cleric of God was here. I was not so lucky, and I tap my wooden leg.
The boy kind of like gulps and looks and says, "Oh,
Mm.
I'm very fortunate." And again, he turns and he just drops down on his knees and says, "Thank you so much, Mister Klaus,
I give Klaus a
Father,
wink over his
Father,
head.
Father Klaus." Do they call him Father
Okay.
in Anglican churches? I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Father
You're you're
Klaus.
you're all my children. Please go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be
You're all
right
my
with you.
children. Okay.
And
And
he's
so
gonna look at Hobbs, and he's gonna be like, "You're something else," but he's gonna laugh and pat him in the shoulder, and they just keep walking.
okay. Antonio, anybody?
I see where the remains are of my dog. Is there like a burned spot or something?
No, no,
Mm.
there isn't. Unfortunately, it only had 4 hit points.
Hmm.
It was a
I
one hit die
see.
creature.
So was that your summon last night? I say after they've left.
Uh, Indeed, it was.
Mm. Well, it's Fortunate the boy lived and we were able to contain the issue. Be more careful in the future, Hobbs. They've already
Mm,
suffered a snake cult. They don't need. We don't need peasants with an army of peasants with pitchforks and torches coming after the town.
Well, I think this all worked to our benefit. Now we have St.
Indeed.
Claus. He can start up a church in town.
How
Can
fortunate.
I hear that conversation?
Oh, yeah, you
I
still
don't think
here?
so.
Oh, if it was
I don't think they'd be having it if you were still there.
no, definitely not. No.
Where did I go?
Oh, that's a good question. Would you go
Yeah,
back to
If
the
you were
inn
still
or?
there, then I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, if he was, I would just nod towards Colin.
Yeah.
All right. You can say that at the nearest opportunity when you have a chance to
Right.
talk in private.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so Luciana, 5 more of these farmers of varying ages from like 20 to 50 come into the inn looking for food and drink. You're a busy girl.
Hmm. Ah, hello. What can I get you?
And they just whatever you have. Oh, it's not breakfast. It's probably lunchtime now. Actually, sorry, it's nearly
Yeah.
lunch anyway. So yeah, they order some lunch and beer or ale or whatever.
I will charge them the normal price. I might give them a little discount off the normal price. I don't know what the normal price is.
You don't.
Please,
If you don't know what the
this
normal
man.
price is, then you got to tell me how much you can charge them.
Oh God.
I've just been
No.
charging people a silver or two for
Hey, this is
drink.
this is this is old school role playing, man. You got to role play this shit. How much you gonna charge them since you're not giving them
Hmm.
free food? I think somebody offered them free food and drink, didn't they?
I think we should feed the
I don't know
hero.
if it was free. It said
They just said
covered
there's food and
food and
drink
drink.
inside. Didn't say anything about
Oh,
free.
you know what?
Fair
I'll,
enough.
I'll
Yes,
just
we are running a business. You have to charge them something.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll charge them 1 silver piece.
I'll,
Okay. One
I'll,
silver piece each.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'll
fair.
step up. I'll step up and I'll say, no need to worry, friend. I'll pay for the hero of Nonsbeck, and I'll put a gold coin on the table.
A gold
Hero.
coin.
Who's the hero?
This man right here, Andrew.
What
No,
did he do?
Alfred. Alfred is the one who killed it.
I'll stick with Andrew.
Oh,
Hmm.
This
Andrew
man,
says no.
Andrew.
No, actually, it was my father. And Alfred says, yes, I'm the one who slayed the beast.
My apologies, sir.
What
Apologies. This
what
man
did
is a
he do?
hero. He saved his son from the dreaded black shuck of Nonsbeck.
Excellent. You should get a drink on the house.
Yes, drinks for everyone.
Well,
And
he just put a gold coin on the table, so
Yeah.
that
That'll
that
be fine.
that would buy like 50 meals, including a drink.
and
So okay.
I'll take another gold coin out and I'll put it in the hand of the father.
What? But
No
sir,
hero should have.
no, you
No.
don't have to do that.
You saved the old merchant a lot of trouble, my friend. Take this gold coin as payment on behalf of Nonsbeck.
And he just smiles and takes it and says, thank you, sir. What was your name?
Remember my name, sir. Gideon Hobbs.
And you're a merchant, you say.
Indeed. I'm looking at setting up shop here in Nonsbeck. Seems like a nice, quiet little village.
Very well, sir. And yeah, they just start enjoying their food. I hope you can cook, Luciana. You probably can, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Maybe put a little special here. Your bum. There's no chili peppers or anything like that, but
Yeah. She'll probably have brought some form of herbs with her.
fair enough. Okay, so you can cook them up
So
something really nice from back home.
yeah.
Cool. All right.
'Cause- yeah.
So it is afternoon of the 2nd of September. Everybody, I think, is back at the inn, unless I don't know if Colin is there or where he wants to go.
No, he's not there.
He's not there. Colin does not come back to the inn. So let's take a quick bio break. Where's my break screen? There we go. Smoke them if you got them.
I'm mad my dog died.
If I have any reputation in role playing games, it's that animal companions always die in my games. But
I'm pretty sure I said specifically to hide in the woods.
hey, people came in with weapons. He was threatened.
That's all right. I'll just have to make another.
And Stealth was not one of his special abilities.
I see you've changed your
or
tag in the
powers.
chat too, Ian.
Oh yes, yes.
That's great.
So yeah, and unfortunately, he did only have 4 hit points, and he only had a +1 to his attack bonus because he's a 1-hit die creature.
I see children are better quality than horses.
He's calling from the grave.
I think your dog agrees.
No, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be in the grave. Actually, once he's destroyed, he's just banished back to the abyss where he came from.
He's calling back from the abyss. The attenuation makes him sound like a chihuahua.
He's angry.
Poor old Black Tom. He was dead to begin with.
Oh, that poor cat.
That was so awesome. I was like, oh, this is fucking great. Because the room description had a dead, bloated cat. And I was like, oh man. And Hobbs is hallucinating, so he sees a living cat. And he just decides to talk to it. Like,
Nigel.
this is awesome.
He called me Hobbs, man.
Sorry, Nigel. I've been getting names and losing track of characters all night. So
Yeah.
that's on me. It's been a rough week.
Really need to really wanted to find a cave. Now I have to go look for one myself.
A cave?
You used to know where a pretty cool monolith was, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah. I need a cave so I can start up my own cult.
This is Luciana's inn now.
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't say it's her inn. She's just currently serving as the barmaid and keeper / whatever.
Yeah, yesterday I was the bartender. Today you're the cook and bartender. So
it's gonna become.
She's
my
the
goal.
one that came down at 9 o'clock and said, "I start making breakfast for anybody who wants it." Well, all right, everybody wants it. So
I'm gonna
except
make it mine.
Except for Colin, who made his own, and Hobbs made his own because, yeah, you didn't want to make breakfast for him, I guess.
You can run the place as long as I get to sleep in the basement.
Hey, you guys can say, but I'm gonna claim it. And
I claimed it initially. The first thing when we went back and killed out the snake people, I said, "Let's move into this place." Meanwhile, I'm getting driven out by magic users, and now a woman coming in to take it over. Maybe I should go bad and just start killing everybody like everybody else does.
I mean, there's plenty of room in the inn for everybody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you from living there.
Currently, nobody owns the inn because both Sarah and Margaret owned it before, but they're dead.
Colin could just be the cool owner, and he takes a percentage of all the earnings.
He's already appointed himself sheriff, and I don't think anybody's going to
Well,
argue.
there's also somebody can claim the blacksmith and the stables. There's plenty of buildings to claim. Somebody can rebuild the church. That's Klaus.
I have an idea, though. I need to speak to Luciana later.
I'm glad those villagers didn't attack me.
It will take a lot of money to build a church.
Yeah.
I see a tent revival in your future.
I was gonna say something bad, but I can't say it.
He is a gypsy after all. Yeah, maybe wagons and tents. That'd be pretty cool.
I think this campaign has reached the domain building part of it.
I would be cool with that because the thing is, I could send letters and bring all the gypsy people to come to our town.
You'd also, for building a church, you should, contact the local lord and get him to donate to there because that'll help save his eternal soul. I gave to the god.
Yeah, Klaus will be the priest of the town.
That would be local lords. There's constantly wars going on between all the local lords who have castles.
I don't know, man. I'm
not
a really good priest.
Colin can be the sheriff, and the Medinas can run the inn. And Hobbs can.
These people have had a very traumatizing week, and now Klaus is like the fucking the hero messiah, the savior.
Yeah.
He's already performed one miracle.
You got to remind him how Sullivan Jack used to heal people. You're following in his footsteps.
That boy never would have danced again, that's for sure.
I used to love that guy.
Right.
Yeah, you could start one of those faith healing tents.
They would probably help build you at least a wooden church to start off with, just something that everybody could meet in. So they probably would appreciate that, with you being the
It's not a bad
father of it.
idea.
So, I mean, there's enough people that live in the outlying places. If they came in, just like they'd raise a barn, they could raise something, that you could use as a church
So
until
Ian,
get the money.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see how many villagers were still around.
Yeah,
If they wanted to
what were you
come
gonna
back.
say, Jose?
I was gonna go since I have the gypsy family that he left behind.
Right.
What are the chances that he can send letters to them to try to get some other people to come back and help run the shops? And he would just tell them that this would be a safe place where they can live at.
It would take some time, but it could be done. They're back on
Okay,
the continent, right? So
then I'm definitely gonna do,
they're
get
up
them all
around
over here.
they're up around the United Provinces, if I recall
Like
correctly.
he would pretty much promise them like a safe place to live and food and this and that, and they don't have to worry about running all the time and shit.
Yeah, and there is about 6 other Medinas searching England, so they will crop up at some point.
Invite a bunch of
Josh,
gypsies and Spaniards to town.
for some reason, Josh seems to be stocking up on extra characters.
Gonna stock up, right?
I think it's time for Hobbs to take on an apprentice.
I think he already tried once.
Yeah.
I got to take the power of Hobbes and refine it with with Antonio's caution, and then I will be the greatest wizard of all.
Oh,
Two masters.
you want to be a man with two masters, do you?
I'll take anything I can get at this point.
Nigel's gonna be working overtime.
Hey, Nigel, just marry Luciana.
Hey, I will once I become a powerful wizard.
The Spider King.
Yeah, Spider King, and then he'll take his bride. I don't think you'll like him then.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? She might not even be alive by then.
Yeah, and then all your brothers can be my royal guard. All right, I like this. The
I
Medina
think we need to
clan.
make you poison proof before you go out to an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm dreaming big. I probably won't live that long either. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna learn all these spells, and I'm gonna have a shit ton of list of spells, and then I'm gonna fucking die. Same thing happened to Sullivan Jack. I
Or
learned all
something
this shit,
stupid as well.
and
You're
then I
not gonna
died.
die as something like heroic. It would just be something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like a snake bites your pinky toe, and you just get poisoned and die.
Save or die.
Unfortunately, Prester Jack did read a book called The Deadliest Poison, and yeah, that was the end of him.
Oh man, that was the best
Right.
death ever.
Oof.
The worst thing with him was when I couldn't be a priest anymore. That was like shocking. And then the next episode, I die, and it was shocking.
I was dying when I was listening to that.
All right,
Yeah, I was not expecting.
everybody's
that.
back.
Was
Yeah,
nice.
here we go. So, Colin, what do you want to do with your day? Everybody seems to be congregating at the Nonsbeck Inn. It's the only
Working on
building
the house.
the only building in the entire um, hamlet that has anybody in it.
He's
You gonna look
gonna
around the
work
house?
in the house.
Okay. What do you want to do there?
See how he can start putting it together where he can live there.
Well, you can start clearing debris. That'd
Yeah,
be the
we'll
first
do
thing you
that.
need to do because like all the wood and stuff all burned and collapsed inside, right? And one of the
Yeah.
stone supports also kind of crumbled from the heat, it seems. So it's to make it livable, you're gonna have to, first clear out an area at least and then put up some kind of shelter. Although, as you're clearing out rubble, you do see actually an area where the rubble has already been cleared out a bit, and it happens to be the cellar entrance.
Okay.
In fact, let me put the house back up. Pow. Whoa, what's it over there? Oh, because originally Nonsbeck was somewhere over here. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, the cellar, or is it, let me open this up a little bit bigger for myself. The basement, sorry, the doorway is cleared.
Okay. Yeah, because he was one of the ones that ran out of there when it was burning. So,
Hmm.
okay. So how's it down inside the basement?
Who came down here before? Was it Nigel? No,
Yes.
it
Yeah,
was Nigel. Okay. How did you get down? Did you use a rope or something?
yeah. I used the rope to climb
And
down.
then you brought it back after you left.
I didn't say that. It might still be hanging there.
All right. Then there is still a rope tied there and hanging down into the cellar, so into the basement. So it looks like somebody's been here before recently. The rope doesn't have any smoke damage or anything like that to it.
Can I see anything
It's
in the
not
basement,
burnt.
like to make sure nobody's down there waiting, like an outlaw or something?
You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. It's dead silent and it's black down there. The floor here is stone, fortunately. So yeah, it's pretty dark down there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have a torch with him during the daytime, so he's gonna have to
Okay.
improvise, maybe
Just
go out and cut a branch or something, and
oh yeah, you can improvise a torch.
yeah,
Won't take you long.
he'll do that then.
Okay, you've improvised a torch, light it up,
Yeah.
go over there and look down the basement. The rope hangs down in there. The stairs burned away. You can see
Okay.
debris down there.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not. How far down is it from the
Like 10
entrance?
feet.
Okay. So if he just tosses his torch, it
Hmm.
probably won't go out if it just lands on the
No,
ground. It'll
it'll
just
land on the
burn.
ground, and yeah,
Yeah.
everything here is already burnt or whatever, so it doesn't catch anything
Gives
else on
him
fire.
light.
Hmm.
It'll give him light so he can
Yep.
climb down.
The basement, you can see the smashed kegs, or the kegs that were basically broken open that you guys doused yourselves in beer with. Remember, you doused yourselves in beer before you fled through the fire. Those are still there. There's not much damage down here other than the collapsed debris of like the stairs and maybe some of the other ceiling and stuff or whatever.
We'll
Um,
start trying to clean up, just to clean it up, because it has a cover, right? I mean, it's underground basically. So I
yeah,
mean, or
yeah. There's
so
also there's another door where the stairs used to be, like that leads back into the laboratory. I believe that was left open. Was it not, Antonio? Did you come down here, Antonio? No, it
Yes,
was
that's
Nigel.
true.
It
No,
was
I didn't.
Nigel. Nigel. Sorry, Nigel.
But the secret door is open still.
Yeah, it's open.
I mean, it
So
would have probably tugged it as I ran past, but it
mhm.
wouldn't have closed it
if you look
because I was just
into
worried about it.
If you pick up your torch and go and look into there, you can see the laboratory is almost completely undamaged.
he
You might
doesn't.
just see a little bit of like smoke kind of damage at the
So
the
if he's
ceiling and whatever.
looking around, what does he see inside there? Because he hasn't been in there before. He
What
didn't
is in
say
there,
anything.
Antonio? I'll let you describe your laboratory.
Sure. So the laboratory has like 6 stone tables, only some of which are filled with equipment. Were there 6? Yeah, 6 stone benches with like lab equipment on most of them. There's like a couple of them that aren't filled up. Uh, then it's just it's all stone, and then to your right there's you see like an opening. So if you're coming in through the door, it'd be to your right. And if you look down there, there's a row of bookcases on either side, stuffed with all manner of books and stuff. At the end of that, there's a chest that's hanging open. So just with things in like if you actually go down there, you'll see books and other items in there. Uh, there's a chest also in the library that's still closed, or not in the library, in the laboratory, about halfway down the wall that's still closed. And that's where well, there's stuff in there. Clearly, it's a chest. I won't see what's in there until you look.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's not going to open anything up because he knows it was Antonio. So Antonio went in there before we got out of the
right.
basement. So he knows it's there. He knows it's Antonio. So anything that's not open, he's not going to open it. So that's not his business nor his property. He will straighten up the one chest and shut it. Just put the things back in it.
The key would still be in it too.
Okay. And so he'll lock it and put the key on a table or something in there, and after he looks through it, kind of sees what's here, he'll go and shut the door where nobody else could see it if they do come down there.
So I was hoping you could shut the door. So that closes up, and it looks just like a blank stone wall now.
And what kind of books do you have in the library?
The books are mostly like library reference manuals, like stuff for all kinds of things on natural philosophy and other esoteric subjects and such. The really terrible books are all in that chest that he just shut. It's like
Right.
sequestered them all the way, along with all the magic items that we found in there. We
Okay.
figured everything's cursed and stuffed it in there.
Okay.
And that's where I had the Malleus too. So I yanked it out because I thought it was going to burn.
Very good. All making sense to me. All right. Cool. So yeah, it'll take a little bit of effort to clear the debris out of the basement because you got to get it out the ceiling, which is 10 feet above you, and there's no stairs. So yeah, it's going to take you the day to clean that out, clean out the way to it. So if you want to get in and out quickly to the house and then, whatever, it'll take you probably right up to about dinner time, say 6 o'clock.
That's fine. He doesn't have anything else to do really. So
No problem.
Start working on that.
Yeah, it's your house, partly.
Partially, yeah.
You own a third of it. You, Klaus, and Antonio, I believe.
It'll be quiet, be nice and quiet down there, and
yeah, very quiet.
No magic going on all the time, so
nope,
you don't have
nothing
to worry
like
about
that. You might occasionally think about your friend Nigel. Man, Nigel's such a good guy.
Yeah. He's not a bad-looking guy either, is he?
No. Well, some people might say he's hideous or slimy, but to you, you think you see a certain charm to him. He's definitely very unique.
Yeah, the strange thoughts one gets when they're by themselves in a lonely basement.
Indeed. Okay. Anybody else gonna do anything interesting on this day, September 2nd?
I want to get Antonio to let me start learning from the book.
You have the materials, of course.
I mean, you're gonna unlock the chest or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
I'll set up in his room and begin.
There's a desk in there, I'm sure, from the manager, the old innkeeper.
Do you have read magic prepared?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Good. You only need these at once too, which is nice.
Can you give me a list of what's in there?
Yeah. I'll oh yeah.
I would assume the first thing you want to study is summon, right?
Yes.
It's there. I know it's on the list, so.
Oh yeah, it's original to this. No, that's one I put in there. That was one of my original spells, I think.
You know how to roll up the magical research and stuff, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll it up for summon and tell me what you get, like how many days and how much money it's going to cost you? Because I assume you're going to want to make a copy of it for your own book.
Yeah, I'm going to copy it into my.
You're not going to just cast it once, right? You want to actually make a copy of it so you can cast it again and again whenever you want.
Transcribing from his into my book.
Makes sense. Okay, so just roll those up whenever you want. I know it's going to take several days, so it's no problem.
I hate to be a rules lawyer, but
what?
So they don't actually roll to see how long it takes. You roll. They never know
right?
how long
true?
it takes. Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's the very first sentence.
What do I have to roll?
Well, it's from spell book to spell book. It's 1d3 days per spell level, 10 silver a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so what level is it?
First level.
First level? And it's a D3?
Yep.
So the player says how long they're going to work on it, and then you roll the number to see if they succeed or not.
And I'm rolling days, you said, right?
I'll spend 3 days.
Okay, so you spend 3 days and 30 silver pieces?
Yep.
Yeah, and then if they say the maximum number, then you just tell them what day they finish.
No, that's fine. Yeah, okay, then you finish on the first day. You'll finish it tonight. And in that case, it only costs him 10 silver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
But example, if someone
spend the entire day of September the 2nd copying summon. You probably won't finish that till like at least 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And I will, of course, give him the key to lock the door so he can be locked in there and not bothered.
Cool.
What happens? And the key to the chest, and just in the expectations that he'll return both when he's ready, when he's finished for the day.
Yes.
Fair.
I will knock on Antonio's door.
Nigel, there's a knock.
I will ignore it.
He ignores it. There's no answer.
All right. I'll scream out, Antonio.
Antonio, where are you?
I was in the inn in the ground floor waiting for a chance to speak to Luciana
Oh, you could speak to her now.
in
Yeah,
private.
she'll just
In
be
private. Okay, where's Klaus?
cleaning.
Where's Klaus?
I think right now he would probably be planning his room, but I did wanted to do something later if it was all right. Can I go later and take some of those people that came and go through the farms and start like harvesting some of the stuff and bring it back to the inn, like food and shit like that?
Well, they will sell you food if that's what you want to do. Yes.
Well, I mean, didn't like people die and there's like farms with all these crops growing and shit?
There are some farms like that, yes, but so you want to start going out to these farms that are now basically abandoned and start harvesting
Yeah, I
those?
just figured that if I can get some of them to help me, we can bring food back instead of
Oh, you
them
want
paying
them
for
to
help.
help you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. In that
yeah.
case, how much are you going to pay them to do that?
I gotta pay him shit.
So what are they getting? Just they're just doing it
They're
because
getting
they've
free meals.
fair enough. Okay, yeah, they'll do that. Sounds legit. So yeah, you'll start trying to harvest whatever you can, claiming animals, whatever, Maybe throw them a couple as well. Yeah,
Sorry, I'm typing away
does
here
that
with
sound
my
fair?
mic open.
So
Yeah, that
if
sounds
that's the
fair.
case, then you actually have a moment with Luciana, although her two cousins are still here.
She'll
I'll ask if I can
dismiss them.
speak with her in private.
She'll dismiss them.
Well, we can go in into like the kitchen or something.
Ooh,
Okay.
I I cue the guy in the corner to start playing the bass. Not kidding. Ms. Medina, I
Yeah.
have a question for you. Are
Mm-hmm.
you skilled with the, let's say, alteration of documents?
I've done it before, yes.
The reason I ask is in order to facilitate the transfer of the inn into our ownership, it might be a good idea to, let's say, create a bill of sale from the old owner to us along with the deed, signing it over into our names. So
Well,
should there be any sort of investigation on the disappearance of the former owners turned snake cultists, then
well,
we can show that, well, they must have left. I'm not sure where they went. After
well,
the tragedies that happened here, they decided this was not where they wanted to be anymore, and they've since vanished. Not before selling us the
true,
property, of course.
true. Well, I can definitely give it a go. I have done it before. Uh, I would, to be fair, I would mark from who I trust out of, so myself, you, and Nigel, I would mark as the people who would own this establishment.
I don't think that I need to be an owner, at least not known. A
Well,
a silent partner perhaps would be better.
okay, I will see what I can do and put it me and Nigel down then. Because
Maybe.
if there is a man and a woman, it will look more legit
Oh,
in a
are you
sense.
planning to marry
Oh no, no, no,
Nigel?
no, 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 no. He is he is a nice but weird man. But I need to sort myself out before I worry about men.
Mm, I understand completely. I'm gonna give her a wink.
She winks back.
All right, I'm sending the spell list now.
is that
Yeah,
all
and
the conversation you want to have? Yeah.
Yeah, find a way to
she
forge the into our ownership.
yeah, she'll get to work on.
And I'm sure we
She'll
have the deed upstairs. I'll let her know when it's available. It's not available right now, unfortunately.
oh okay
There is work being done in there that cannot be interrupted.
okay. When that is available, she'll work on that.
And you hear your name being called from the common room, maybe from the stairs.
I shall leave you to your work.
Okay.
So Hobbs, you come down to the common room, you just see the two cousins sitting there.
Where's Antonio?
And then Antonio will come walking out of the kitchen.
Ah, there he is. Old friend.
Ah, Mr. Hobbs. How may I assist you?
Do you remember before I left on that journey to the valley of a deal we had?
I do indeed.
An exchange of knowledge, if you would.
Of course.
Does that deal still stand?
I can imagine that it should.
Excellent. Tomorrow I require your book.
Oh. And what is it you're looking to learn from there?
Well, let us speak in private.
Of course. Come. I'll lead him outside. I guess we'll walk over towards the blacksmith where there's nobody around.
Okay. Right. Yep. There's not. There's 7 horses in the stable. I'm sure the cousins have looked after them.
Yeah. Cousins are just doing odd jobs at the minute.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to feed 7 horses than 17.
Did I tell you, Antonio, that I learned strange magic in Limbo?
You did indeed.
Would you like to learn this new and exotic magic?
Well, I suppose it all depends on what it does, but I'll not say that I'm not, excuse me, that I'm not interested in not learning magic. I always wish for more spells.
Do you need a demonstration?
Well, describe what the effects are to me.
Well, let me get my spell book out. Hold on, let me bring it up. I had it opened.
What are you going to do now, Hobbs? I really need to get a map of this inn. I wish I had mapping skills.
All right. I want to cast time insertion.
Okay, and what does that do?
So it says the subject of the spell is able to take 1 extra round of action for every level of the caster. And then these actions happen instantaneously as the character is moving between time and cannot be seen or stopped.
Okay, so what are you going to do? Do you have to roll anything for it?
No, you don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a rock or something, some kind of debris or something on the floor. And then I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And then I'll tell Antonio that I'm going to get that piece of wood or whatever without him seeing it. And then I'll cast a spell.
And then you cast time insertion. And you run over there, grab the board or whatever it was, run back over, have it in your hand, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't even see me move.
He doesn't see. All he sees is you're standing there. You say you're going to do this, and then boom, the board's in your hand.
Fascinating.
And then I ask him if he wants to see it again.
Is that some kind of object translocation? You shifted strangely there.
I have command over time itself, Antonio.
Fascinating. I would definitely be interested in something like that.
Good. This is a very powerful spell. It will require a long time to teach you.
I see. And what would you ask for in exchange?
I would say this one spell. I saw Nigel cast it. It made Colin very friendly towards him. I'm very interested in the spell for my research.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't know such that.
Indeed.
That spell. Oh, that's actually not that difficult of a spell to learn. Can't imagine that it would be compensation for the ability to manipulate time.
I'm sure there are other petty spells I do not know, but I think I this would be enough to satisfy your curiosity.
Are you prepared to read others' books?
No, not today.
Not today. Okay. Well, when you are, perhaps we can meet again, and I will show you yours if you show me mine. And I grin. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Sounds like a deal, and I'll hold out my hand.
All right. I'll shake his hand.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. Tempt the magic user with magic that he's never seen before or heard of.
Right.
Well done. Well played, Hobbs. Well played.
Okay. So I think that pretty much sorts out that day, right? Is there anybody I missed that wanted to do anything else? I think that got everybody.
I did have one thing I want to do before night
What's that?
or at night. I
What
need
we do at
to.
night? Okay, we'll pass to the night of what was it, September 2nd?
I need to dig up an old friend.
Oh, you got a shovel,
That's right.
or are you gonna get a shovel?
I'm sure there's a shovel around here somewhere.
There's definitely shovels around. You'll find one in the stable for sure. Probably at the smithy as well.
So after
The
I
inn
talk
might have,
to
there's definitely one up at the, probably more than one up at the graveyard right now.
yeah, I probably after I talk to Antonio, I probably won't go back to the inn.
It
I'll
should
just
be
kind of
noted that the shed is still standing up there too. Only the church burnt, so the shed is still there in the graveyard. So yeah,
I'll probably just hang around until night in the woods, reading my
okay,
creepy old book.
okay. Yeah, there's woods right off there to the west, kind of the cemetery. That's vegetation it's listed as, but yeah, you can get some privacy out there anyway. Yeah.
And then I guess probably around midnight,
Mm-hmm.
I'll sneak up to the graveyard with the shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, look around, make sure no one's watching me, and I'm not getting followed or nothing.
We can take this house down now. Yep. Well, that's a good question, Colin. How often do you do your patrols, and when do you stop?
Probably in the morning before, or when he gets up, and then right before he goes to bed.
What time does he go to bed?
I guess most of the time people would go to bed like after sunset, when it's getting dark. Probably
Okay.
within an hour of sunset.
It's late summer, so we'll say maybe 10 o'clock.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Okay. Fair enough. Luciana, did you cook dinner as well, or?
Oh yeah. She's committing to this role. It's
Okay.
probably part of a grieving process, to be fair.
Yeah. She's just lost her brother and her cousin, right?
Her two brothers.
Oh, two brothers. Sorry, both
yeah.
brothers. I apologize.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Yeah, so she's working away. The other cousins will help too, with like cleaning up dishes and stuff like that. Probably have them because you're doing all the cooking. You're not going to be serving all the drinks and picking up all the glasses and stuff too.
I don't have 20 hands.
So there you go. It's the De Medina Inn in Nonsbeck now at the moment. It seems to be.
And I'll be able to forge it that way.
So yeah,
Well,
Colin, you don't have to cook your own dinner or anything. Luciana has food made, so you can smell it when you come in. You probably smelled it while you're on patrols.
I don't go there.
Oh, you don't?
I'm living in
Oh yeah, you're gonna go back to the basement. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Fair.
stores down there.
Yeah.
that's what I figured.
When you go back to the basement,
Find something.
let's see. Let me do a weather check. It's still the same. It's still cloudy and probably a little bit chilly, but it's not raining. Maybe a little bit kind of almost foggy and misty, but a pretty cool evening. Do you want to build a fire down there, or it's underground, so it's comfortable enough. You have your own probably cloak and stuff like that. You can.
Yeah, I don't think you need to build a fire. You just.
Do you have a bedroll or anything, or a tent, or?
I would think you would have. Well, no, it was probably in the house whenever. Where were we at when that house got destroyed? We were.
You were in the
road
house.
somewhere.
You were in the house when the house got burned.
Okay. So yeah, I would. I don't know. I would say he probably doesn't have it, but maybe he just went over there this afternoon and got him some stuff off of a bed and took with him. A blanket and
Fair enough. Yep.
quilt
Easy.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Pillow, whatever.
That's all he needs. He used to be on the forces and have to live out.
Yeah, he's a ranger, right?
Yeah. So he could.
No problem. It's dark as fuck, but Maybe
Free
would you?
candles
You
in the
could
end,
have
I'm
you could have
sure.
grabbed some. You could have grabbed some candles, yeah, from the room. You want to bring those?
Yeah, sure, might as
Cool.
well.
Yeah. So one of the rooms has been stripped of bedding and candles and all that, which is fair enough. And Colin's ranging in the house. So yeah, when you go up there at midnight, Hobbs, there's nobody watching you. Pretty much everybody has gone to bed, I think, unless anybody
Oh,
plans to stay up past midnight.
before that happens and he goes to sleep, I would have once Nigel came and returned the keys and such to me, I would have immediately gone back upstairs and found the deed to the inn
Mm.
and brought it to Luciana.
Ah,
All right.
Luciana is probably still behind the bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that'd
I'll
be
roll it
about
up
a
and
little after 8 o'clock.
it's probably in a scroll case, I would imagine, something important like that. And I'll just walk over and
Yep,
put it
that
down at
makes
the
sense.
bar. And lady,
Thank you. I will get to that. She points to the cousins to keep it, close everything. Well, get rid, like just keep it on everything,
Yeah.
and then close it down when you
Everything's pretty much clean except for whatever anybody might still be drinking or whatever from at 8 o'clock. Everybody's had dinner. Dishes are already cleaned.
and then I'll just wait down. I'll just stay down there and just monitor until it's time to go to sleep.
One of them
Okay.
can easily tend the bar. The other one can do the wash up.
Maybe chat
So-
with the cousins a little bit.
I come down for a late dinner.
Chat
Right.
with both of them, Alejandro and I wrote it down. Just gotta pull up my notes. Miguel. Miguel's the one who just kind of seems to avoid you a little bit, Antonio.
Interesting.
Alejandro seems to like you though.
All right, I'll definitely chat with him then more. I'll try to engage Miguel a bit, but when I see that he's so standoffish, I'm like, well, whatever.
He actually kind of even looks a little bit disdain when you're talking to his brother, I presume, right? They're brothers, but
yeah,
they're your cousins.
yeah.
Well, I'll just speak in Spanish so that I'm sure none of the peasants here know Spanish.
All right.
Yeah, just idle chatter
Mhm.
until I get tired and get ready to go to bed because I got some spells to learn in the morning.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Luciana will obviously get the forging, and then she'll go to bed because she'll want to get up early to open and prep breakfast and all that jazz. So.
Fair.
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything for this forging, or?
Actually, I suppose you do. We don't have a forgery skill though, do we?
No.
No. So let's call it your intelligence.
Ah,
What is your intelligence?
my intelligence is 15.
15. Wow.
Yeah.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
Holy crap, she's smarter than me.
She's really smart.
I rolled a 10.
A 10 is great.
Rolled a
You want to
10.
roll low. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can work away on that. Now, are you going to work on it all night? It'll take you maybe till like midnight or something.
Yeah, I'll work till midnight, and then
Okay.
she'll get
You
like,
doing this where? In the inn or in your room?
in her room. Yeah.
Okay. Now, your rooms don't have locking doors or anything. The only room that locks is Antonio's suite, which he's currently claimed.
Yeah, she'll probably put a chair up against the door, so
That's fair. Yeah, no problem.
no one comes
So
barging in.
while Hobbs is in the cemetery, Luciana's in her room forging this document.
Yep.
So Hobbs, nobody's watching you.
What phase of the moon is it?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you asked that question because I didn't open
I
my
need,
bookmark yet.
I need
I
these for
should
my
have
spell
ropes
casting.
riches. Moon phases. Hold on. We are in September 2nd, I said, right? 1633. So this is Friday night. Saturday the 3rd is the new moon. Tomorrow is a new moon.
All right, I will take my shovel.
So the moon is just a sliver in the sky.
I'll point it to the moon.
Makes it a pretty dark night with the fog.
Yeah, I'll point the shovel to the moon, and then I'll slowly ease the shovel as if leaning, as if holding a woman almost in a dance.
Okay.
and then I'll
Hmm.
start slowly waltzing over Medina's grave.
Okay. As you dig him up.
Oh no, I'm not digging him up yet. I'm
Okay.
dancing and
You're just dancing over
waltzing,
his grave. Oh, okay.
just humming quietly, and then I will start casting Fast Blood.
Fast blood.
Yeah,
You sick fuck.
Okay. And what does that spell do again?
it lets me do one action in like a moment's, in like something that would take a day is just done in a moment.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Nice. Okay.
so as soon as I'm done casting the spell, I'll strike the shovel onto the ground, and then the dirt just moves itself out of the way to Medina's corpse.
Yep. Boom. And instantly, there he is. He's dug up perfectly. You can see him there. He's still pretty. How long has he been dead? Just a couple days? Like 2 days? He's pretty ripe. Pretty
I say,
gross.
"Oh,
Bloated and smelly.
my friend Antonio, I've missed you." And I'll jump down into the grave,
Yep.
and I'll kind of caress his face with my hand,
It's dark as fuck. Just the fog above you is slightly lit by the very slim moon.
and I'll whisper in his ear, "Antonio, do you remember? Do you remember Africa? Don't worry, my friend. We'll regale each other with tales every night, forever." And I'll take the shovel in my hand, and I'll decapitate his head with the shovel.
It's pretty easily done. The flesh just bursts apart easily. He's 3 days dead. Yeah, thanks. It's pretty gross. All this like gas and kind of horrible smell is released as you do so. So you just got to strike through the spine, which will take maybe a couple of chunks. What's your strength?
It is. I think it's average. 11.
Roll a d10 for me, or d20. Sorry, d20, not a d10.
16. I fail.
16. Okay, so it takes you about 3 or 4 strikes to get it off. It's gross,
Oh,
gross as fuck, and grueling, and it's the only sound like echoing on the night at the moment as you're chunking through this spine. But eventually you get through.
all right. I'll lift his head up by his hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll kind of hold it up to the moon again, and then I'll shove it in a sack I have ready,
Nice.
and I'll throw it
With
over
all
my
the
shoulder.
slimy flesh on it and everything, smelling rotten, everything.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
And then I'll throw it over my shoulder like Santa Claus, and I'll dance away into the woods.
You just leave the grave all dug up there.
Ah shit. Yeah, I guess I'll fucking. Yeah, they would immediately suspect me. So
No
yeah.
shit. No shit.
So
I
yeah,
wonder
I guess
why.
I'll hurry up and kick the dirt back into the grave,
Okay.
and kind of
It's
make
kind
it
of a
look.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it looked freshly dug already.
It was
So
pretty
I guess
fresh. Yeah, it was pretty fresh.
yeah, so it wouldn't be that suspicious.
Okay. All right.
And
You
then
do
I'll
so.
Luciana finds out, she will. She will like,
Yeah, no problem. You do that.
And then I'll
Okay.
find a big boulder in the woods, and I'll kind of dig a hole under the boulder, and then just like hide the head there.
Okay, and then bury it again.
Yeah.
All right. So you finished like close to 2 o'clock in the morning.
All right, and then I'll kind of wipe my hand on the grass, and then I'll kind of whistle back to the inn. Got to get my good night's rest.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
pretty
then
much
that's it.
closed up when you get back. Hold on. What's your lowest stat? Your lowest ability score?
Dexterity, which is a 7.
The door is locked.
Interesting.
Everybody's in bed.
Oh, like
They
it's
closed. They
locked.
closed.
Locked.
Yeah, they probably closed up hours ago.
Huh. I'll knock on the door slowly and quietly as I can.
Slowly and quietly knock on the door.
Yeah.
Everybody's in their rooms, I presume, for the night, or is anybody still downstairs? This is now like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours after you finish your forgery, Luciana.
I think everybody's sleeping, so he's gonna knock hard
Yeah.
if he wants people to wake
Yeah,
up.
there's no response.
And it's locked. It's definitely locked. It's not just closed.
Yeah, it's locked.
God damn it. All right, I'll kick the door as loud as possible.
Bam! Okay. Um, you all awaken to the sound of somebody trying to kick the door down.
I'll yell out, "What kind of shit in is this? Doesn't leave a door open for
I'll go and
guests."
open the door.
Oh, I grumble, turn over, and go back to sleep.
This
Okay, Klaus opens the door
Klaus,
in
what
in,
kind of
in
inn do
his
you run here?
bedclothes. In his bedclothes.
What do you mean? I don't run this shit.
Yeah, Luciana's got to be up in like 4 hours. She's not good. She's gonna go straight back to sleep.
But I would let him in and then lock the door.
I will
Be
make a
like,
note to speak to the owner in the morning.
"Are you alright? And why do you have dirt on you?"
Don't ask questions, Klaus, you don't want to know the answer to.
Fine. Where are you sleeping?
In my room, of course.
Okay, I didn't know you have a room. All right. Well, good night.
There,
And
there is an empty room for sure.
I'll walk into
Actually,
my room.
Actually, he
I'll,
stayed here last night anyway, didn't he?
I'll rummage into the kitchen and like pull some more bread and cheese out since I haven't eaten all day.
Fair.
Wait, before I go upstairs, I would look at ops and I would be like, "Do me a favor. Don't
What?
don't hit this guy again, please.
What?
Don't mess with Nigel too much. He's already gone through enough. I don't want to keep trying to, heal him when he's going through so much stuff.
Nigel's my apprentice. I can never harm him.
Okay, well, as long as we're both on the same page, we're good.
I'll stick some cheese in my mouth and grab some bread and then go to my room and pass out.
All right, well, good night, man.
All right. End scene, I guess.
Fair enough. Okay. Morning, September the 3rd. It is now Saturday morning, the day of the new moon. Anything interesting you guys want to get done today? What do you want to do?
Luciana would have got up early, prep breakfast. That's about it. And then she will, after breakfast, serve breakfast for the rest. She will tell Antonia that she's done the document.
I'm going to prepare summon this morning.
I need to prepare a couple spells also, because I used 2 yesterday.
Yeah,
I used 1 yesterday, but I'm going to replace one of the ones that I
That's
learned.
fine. No problem.
I will also be studying.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 hours for me because I got a 3rd level to do.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Nigel?
I just need 1 hour. I didn't cast anything else yesterday but read magic. Replace that with summon.
Yeah, I'll study my spells and I'll replace uh, the blood spell with speak with dead,
Okay.
and I'll relearn the time insertion spell.
Okay. Cool. Antonio, you said third level, yeah?
Yes, I need to. Well, I got rid of Fairy Fire and replaced it with Read Magic.
Okay.
And learned the 3rd level Dispel Magic.
Cool. And Klaus, you you got any spells to recover?
No, I'm good.
You're
All
good?
I want to do at the moment, if it's cool with you, I figured I can get a lantern
Okay.
and go
You did
to
cast
the.
one cure magic, don't forget, but
Okay, well, I'll pray for that one,
it's like 1 hour,
and
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I want to go to the church and slowly take whatever I can and put it aside, and
Start
try
cleaning
to,
out the rubble there.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
No problem. Probably the first person to wake up though will be Colin. So Colin, yeah, you get your good like 6 hours sleep in. You wake up at like, well, it depends. You can get 8 hours and wake up at 6, which is be about dawn, if you want, or you can get 6 hours and wake up a couple hours before dawn. Either way, you'd be rested.
Okay. Joe make his rounds.
Okay. What time? Like you get up at 6, get the extra
Uh,
2 hours sleep, or
yeah, he gets up at 6.
okay, cool. Yep. Start making your rounds.
As he goes around his rounds, he passes that stable and he starts thinking, what the heck happened to the rest of the horses? He didn't really think about it too much till now.
Yeah.
Because,
Well,
you know, there's
You would remember seeing Medina or not Medina, sorry. You remember seeing Nigel and Hobbs with the horses, and you said something to them about putting them back, and then you went to bed. But now there's only 7 horses there.
Okay, here, carry about through his rounds and deal with that in a little while.
Give me a search roll. D6. Did you roll D6, Rob?
Sorry, I muted it.
Okay,
Roll the
yeah.
one.
You rolled a 1?
Yes.
Okay. You do notice one of the graves, it looks a little bit more piled up than it was the night before, the day before. You go over there, you'll also find some muddy footprints. Or no, not muddy footprints, sorry, but like footprints in mud. Sorry, would be what you'd see, find.
So it's muddy there? Is it wet in that area or something?
Well,
Is
it's always wet when it's like misty and kind of cool at night, from the fog. It's just like you can see like there's some boot impressions beside this grave, you know. There's even maybe one in the actual kind of dirt on the grave.
Does the grave look like, I mean, if it was people that we buried together, was it something like that, or is it something
Yeah, it's one of
different?
those. It's definitely one of
Okay.
those. Yeah.
And I mean, the way so the dirt's on all the graves are just kind of, if you've dug it up and you've put it back in, it's going to still look like it did beforehand because
More
there's
or less.
nobody, yeah, there's nobody stomping it down or
Right.
planting
But
grass
but
on
you see some footprints on this one.
it. Okay.
Some boot prints or whatever.
No headstone or anything on it, or no
Oh, you
markings.
know whose grave this is. This is Antonio de Medina's grave.
Okay.
You were here for the whole burial and all that, yeah.
Let's see if I can follow the footprints. How far back I can follow the footprints, either coming or going.
No, you can't really. You just see a couple of impressions here.
Okay. What kind of boot does it seem to be? Does it seem to be?
I don't know. What kind of boots does Hobbs wear, Ronnie?
I guess they would be very otherworldly, I guess.
All right, yeah, they're a very strange boot. Like you haven't really seen one like this before. It actually looks really quite primitive.
Heel of them, or I
Hmm?
should say what would you call that? Yeah, I guess it would be your heel of the boot. Is it sunk down into the ground like it's a heavy person, a light person, or a?
How heavy are you, Hobbs?
Probably like 230, almost 250.
So yeah, he's heavy.
It's sunk in there. Okay,
Mhm.
so that gives him an idea. So he'll just
Probably heavier
note
than
it.
you.
Yeah.
Maybe not with armor on. Do you wear chainmail?
No.
No. Okay. What kind of armor does Cullen wear?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe he
I
does wear
seem to
chain.
remember Cole wore chainmail.
Yeah, maybe. Can take
I
a look
think
at his.
Colin, I think Colin wears chainmail, if I remember.
I think so too. That's why he
Yeah.
never gets hit in combat.
Yeah.
Possibly. I
Yep.
don't. I
No
probably have
worries.
it written down somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
So
about the same weight as you in your armor.
okay. And so the distance between the footprints from one foot to the other kind of can show me whether it's a tall person or a smaller person or medium, by the gait that they use.
How well, no, they're not like walking impressions. Looks like one foot was planted while another one pressed down on some earth.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so
Like
that won't work. Okay. Well, he'll
So
keep it in his mind.
I imagine they're actually pretty close together. It doesn't look like a stride or a small stride at that,
Okay.
if anything.
Yeah, keep it in his mind. I mean,
Mm-hmm. No worries. Okay.
mention it when he goes to the inn to tell the cousin or the sister, whatever she is.
Luciana.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go back to the inn when Luciana, what time do you get up and start making breakfast?
6.
6 a.m.
For the last 6
All
hours.
right. Well, she's already making breakfast. You can smell it already as you walk towards the inn. So you go into the inn and she's there. You're ready to serve, yeah?
Anybody
I
else
presume.
around?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. The two cousins are there.
Yeah, but besides that,
Not this early, I don't think. No.
okay.
Everybody's got some kind of studying or praying to do.
I tell her that on my rounds I walked across the cemetery area and the grave of your brother. Somebody was out there around and on the grave. Somebody who's heavy-ish, and somebody. Well, you can tell that, but the boots were not any boots that I'm familiar with. You mean not that I'm familiar with all boots, but
Right. They're not. They're very uncommon. They're like something
very
you haven't seen before. Yeah.
uncommon. Yeah, very uncommon. It's a good word. Very uncommon. I just wanted to let you know. I know he's your brother, and I know I wouldn't want somebody, or I wouldn't want to know if somebody's out messing around on the grave of my brother. So,
Well, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
yeah.
We will
Um,
have to keep an eye out because if anyone ever defiles my brother's remains or anything like that, I will hunt them down and I will murder them with my own hands.
yeah, I couldn't tell whether anybody had messed with the grave, like trying to rob the corpse or anything. I didn't see any other marks on the other graves of that, but it's hard to tell with the way they were had to be buried to begin with. So,
Well,
um, just letting you know, you might want to keep it to yourself. You and your cousins. I don't want to stir up things among the people that live in this inn. So,
we will.
let you know.
We will see.
Yeah,
If you would, I know you do your rounds. So if you wouldn't mind checking every morning
sure,
that area.
sure, I will. If I find out anything else, or if I find out the boot print somewhere else, then I'll let you know. I'll keep you informed on this between the boot prints and the grave itself. I'll inform you if I come across any more of them.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Would you like some breakfast?
sure. I'm
Yeah.
getting kind of tired of eating the stuff that's in the cellar over there. It's getting a little raw potatoes don't sound too good, and you
And
need a carrot. So
she pours you a drink of some kind, whatever you want,
thank you.
whatever we. And yeah,
All right. And how long do you stay there, Colin, before going back out?
Just after I eat. I mean, I'll leave
Okay.
after I eat.
So you're there
Probably
less than
take
an hour.
yeah, 30 minutes, probably more.
All right. Fair enough. So you're gone before anybody else even comes downstairs. Probably before just about anybody else gets out of bed. So back on rounds again.
Yeah, he's wanting to finish them, and
Oh,
then
or going
he's
back to the house.
well, he's wanting to finish the rounds, and then he wants to come back and talk to Antonio for a
Okay.
couple of reasons. Okay.
Okay.
And
Cool.
he knows he's busy until usually 9, so that's when he'll probably come
Okay.
back again.
Antonio, what time did you wake up?
I would wake up again with the dawn after a good sleep, so I can get right to studying.
Okay. Fair enough. So you're
So I
done
have
by
that
9 o'clock for sure.
right.
Yep. Okay. So you go down to the end. Probably you see Luciana there, the cousins.
Before I head downstairs, I'll stop at Nigel's room and knock on the door.
Okay. Nigel, 9 o'clock in the morning. Are you in your room?
Yeah, I'm down in the basement where I
Oh yeah,
sleep.
yeah, the basement.
Oh,
Sorry.
right.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
sleeps
it's
in
the
the
basement.
basement.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll head down there. Head downstairs and then
Yeah, I'm probably up
So you
by.
got to go back behind the bar and down the cellar.
yeah, call down the
uh,
stairs. Nigel, will you be?
Luciana will stop you before you
What?
call
Oh,
Nigel.
yes.
I have done the forging and I have
I look
changed it.
around to make sure that we're the only ones here.
You're
Yeah,
not. The
that's
cousins
fine.
are here.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about them. If
they
she's
know.
talking in front of them, I'm just going to assume that they're okay.
All right.
I have changed it to myself, and I have put Nigel on there mainly because it's only really you and Nigel I trust to a certain extent.
Oh, my dear, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, poor Colin.
Having only known us so short of a time.
What did you put my
Come.
name on?
The deeds to
Well, I'll
this?
tell you that in a second here.
Yeah, you don't know that yet.
Let me, may I take a look at them?
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
it
go.
looks
Pop open
perfect.
the- Amazing. My dear, it appears you are now the proud owner of this inn. What will you be naming it?
I don't know. I will have to think.
I'll
It
leave
has a
in your
sign out
careful
front, but
hands.
it's long weathered and you can't read the old name of it anymore. So
I'll
Maybe
leave
we
that in your...
just name it the Medina Inn. I don't know.
Ah, fitting. A tribute to your brothers and dedicated to their memory.
Yes.
Lovely. I'll roll it back up and
they
pop
they
that in the
died
case.
right out back up at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh
hand
no,
it,
actually one of them died in this building, didn't he?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
would you like me to keep this safe, or would you prefer to keep it on your person?
You keep it safe.
Very well. Put it in the chest for now. Whenever you want it, let me know and I will retrieve it for you.
I will make sure you've got breakfast ready for when you are ready for it.
Wonderful. I must speak with my companion downstairs and let him know of his new windfall.
Yes.
And I'll go downstairs and... Oh, good Lord, what have you done down here? The buzzing of flies and... Oh, you sleep in this.
Watch out for the web.
I don't get further down than the bottom of the stairs and I just stop there.
Yeah, I'll come up. I'll come up.
No, please, thank you. I'll stand at the in the back there room. And so, will you be studying today?
No, today I will not.
Okay, very well. Let me know when you wish to do so again. We'll prepare that room for that. Here, take a. I just wish to inform you that you are now the co-owner of of the inn
What?
with your partner, Luciana, and me as a silent partner. And I'll unroll the deed and show it to him.
What? I don't want an inn.
Well, you don't have to do anything other than be a name on a piece of paper. It's better, as she stated, that there is a man and a woman in ownership rather than just some strange foreigner out of nowhere.
Can I get this straight, Antonio? Are you suggesting that it has his name on the deed, but you're actually the owner, the silent owner?
I'm just a silent partner.
Right. Okay.
Because I'll assist them in any manner, but I'm not on that. So.
Okay.
And if I don't end up having anything to do with it, that's fine too. I don't want to own it.
Well, how much revenue have we brought in so far?
Not
50
much, I'm
gold
sure.
last night.
Yeah, 50
gold.
You got 50 gold last night.
I could use
or not
20.
50 gold. Sorry. You got one gold piece, which was 50
gold.
silver
50
pieces,
silver.
right? Sorry, 50 silver.
Yeah.
But that's still
I'll
good.
take-
You only had
See,
like
it's the
8
first
people.
day.
You only had 8 people here.
I'll take silver.
That was the gold that he gave me, by the way.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry.
No,
No, you're
horses.
right. You had like 13 people here because the 5 farmers came in. Sorry.
Oh, I would
that's
urge you
pretty damn
to
good.
let. Indeed.
Maybe I could sign my half over to Colin to make up for me violating his, you know.
Well, we'll let that lie for now. But I would suggest just let Luciana run it. Don't bother with input on it. Make your studies, do your research, and we'll see what we can do in the future. It was her idea to put you on there, so I give him a little nudge. I give him a wink. Her idea.
Ah. Well then, maybe I should rethink this whole thing.
Indeed. But for now, she seems to have everything well in hand and enjoys what she's doing. She has her cousins to help her.
Yes, she seems to do a good job of.
And I turn over and I look at the cousins, nod. And then look at Luciana, nod.
She's not even paying attention. She's just getting on with what she's doing.
Hobbs, what are you doing? Are you still sleeping, aren't you? This is like
I got
9
up
in the
early.
morning.
Yeah, I got up so I can study my spell book.
What time did you go to bed?
Probably a little after
3.
Was it 3 o'clock?
Probably.
Now I remember it
2:30.
was very quick to dig up that grave.
Yeah, but you had to rebury it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
All
what
right,
took
fine.
time.
3 o'clock.
3. So you're awake now and probably just starting to study.
Sounds good.
Fair enough. Okay. Colin, you come in. Um, you'll see Antonio there. He is talking to Nigel. Luciana is behind the bar. The cousins are around.
Oh, hi, Nigel. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Fair. Things are all right with you?
Yes, things are fine today.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay, I need to talk to Antonio. Antonio, would you mind taking a walk with me?
Certainly, Colin. I just have one thing I must do real quick.
No
Or
problem. I'll,
I'll be
I'll,
right back down and I'll hustle upstairs and secure the deed.
Okay.
Lock everything back up again,
In
check
your
it all, make
chest with
sure.
your book and everything. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure everything's locked up and then head out and stop and go back and check if anyone's watching and then pluck a hair and wet it and attach it to the very base of the door.
Okay.
See if it gets opened at all, like right down there at the very bottom between the
Okay.
door and the hatch. So if someone opens it, it's going to get it knocked off.
Fair
And
enough.
then rush back downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Come, show me. Tell. What is it you need, Colin? Come, let us walk. And I'll follow him outside.
got to do the like the staircase and stuff for the house to begin with, and maybe I can contact them and get that started where they can get the cellar stairs put in, and some doors put in.
Okay. So you don't have any of that kind of knowledge, though, right?
I do not, but we do have. I do know the person who actually built the house for us, and I was planning on getting him in. Is it
Right.
your intention
He
to
he he he
rebuild?
would be in Boston.
Is it your intention to rebuild, Colin?
Um, well, it's just too much stuff going on at the inn.
I
I mean,
understand.
is what's I mean, there's so many people in there, so many people that we really, for one thing,
But
and
you muted yourself. What'd you say?
what's
People
that?
you what? You muted yourself accidentally there for a second. What did you say? People you what?
Oh, so there's just so many people in there, and a lot of them we don't even know,
Okay.
or
I understand.
it's just a little too much for me at this time.
Mm.
Comings and goings, and there's just I mean, no offense to your dedication to your magic, but it is just too
I
many
glance
magic
around.
people around there. I mean,
Yes. Mm.
I've had blackouts that I don't remember things, which is kind of weird for
Mm.
me, and I don't know if somebody's doing it or what's happening, but
Have you
I'm
noticed
just
anything
not
else
happy with that
strange?
situation. So what's going on with the what's going on with the inn now? I mean, we were supposed to take it and turn it into kind of our headquarters or whatever.
Well, we have. I have. Well, I've spoken with Luciana about that. She seems quite content to play the innkeeper for now, and I think I owe it to Antonio to help take care of her. Being a woman and all. Har har har. So I have. Well, I don't know how well this will sit with you, but I will tell you the truth. I've well, looking through the possessions of the old innkeeper, I found the deed, and she is skilled with a pen. So we have made it so that snake cultist bastard, before he disappeared and left the country with his wife, sold the inn to Luciana. Considering all the horrible things that happened, they wanted nothing to do with this country anymore. And he was a foreigner, anyways. Everyone knows he was from France. So he says he's returned to his home country and took his wife with him. If that's all right with you.
Well, I was expecting to get some income from that inn. That was one of the
Well,
reasons I
we will get
suggested we
income.
take it over.
Indeed, we'll get income, but there needs to be a name on the inn, and we need to make it seem as legal as possible. And
Oh, I don't mind somebody running the inn, and I don't mind somebody taking care of it and calling it whatever they want to call it. I just would like to have a good percentage,
of
uh,
course,
coming in. being a sheriff for nothing. I mean, a
Indeed,
self-appointed sheriff that doesn't get paid isn't
that's
going to
true.
pay my bills. So
That is true. No, we will all profit from the profit of that inn. I let her know that she has silent partners, and if nothing else, anything she pays me, I will ensure that you get a percentage of, as fairly as possible.
yeah, if it works out to where it's reasonable that I can have something to help live on between
Mm-hmm.
adventures, which so far adventures lately hasn't been too successful with monetary things. It's more saving our life. But
True. Well, I suspect, or hope at least, that we'll be able to get past that soon. And I hoping that at this point we're at the house already, right? Hold on, Colin. Let me give you a.
You guys have been walking. You could have walked to the house if you want.
Yeah, I was walking that way. So when we get there, I'm gonna say I have a vision for how we might salvage our old home, rather than rebuild the whole thing. If you're more comfortable here and you're on your own, I suggest that, well, the old foundation already makes a fairly nice wall. Perhaps what we can do is, over the basement area, we could rebuild the house as like a single person dwelling, and use the rest of the old foundation to create a walled-in yard, and then we can rebuild the portion that you would live in completely out of stone, to help prevent future, hopefully that will never happen, but prevent future fires from tearing the whole place down. And if you're living there, then that would still allow me access to enter my laboratory.
yeah, I'm just trying to seeing what you're telling me. Um, I think if we made it not as big as the house was, but
Indeed.
possibly half the size of the house, and
Mm,
if we did stone, it would be a good place to go if there was some need for us to be protected.
indeed, indeed.
Um,
And then with the rest of the foundational area, we could, as a, make that garden, and perhaps, you know, grow things of value that could be sold, like medicinal herbs and whatnot,
yeah, yeah,
or even just food for whatever. A little more self-reliance. But the old place was too large for sure.
yeah, yeah.
You
It
could
was,
start a hell of like a vegetable garden or something there. You know what I mean? Start.
Exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Hmm. Exactly what I was thinking, and hopefully it would lower, or at least keep the taxes the same. And since it's basically going to be the same footprint but much smaller dwelling.
Which means a lot cheaper to build.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I know the man in Boston who built the house in the first place, and knock on
And
the remaining portion.
the price will of course be probably adjusted to reflect the fact that they don't have to build a foundation for it at all. They just have to do above groundwork and all that.
Exactly, putting in the sod over the remaining stonework to make a new garden area. So you wouldn't be able to dig too deep, but we could raise it up a bit, I'm sure, or do something. Yeah. How do you think of that? I can contact our man in Boston. I have some things down in there that I would love to get rid of. They are dangerous, and I do not want to keep them in this town, considering what has already befallen it once. I know a man in London who might be interested in those things, and we can use that to fund the new building, and of course, line our pockets as well. The items I speak of have already taken two of my companions.
yeah. I had dogs barking, so I couldn't.
No worries. Oh, that was the dog who was barking earlier. Forgot you had a dog. Wonderful. I'll see about getting a message to Boston.
Yeah,
And there are some still quite a bit of funds down in that basement that we can use to get the process started.
yeah, that would be nice. And if you ever needed a place, you wanted to crash someplace, away from people, they're always, your home too. So
Indeed. And I'll kind of
leave it at
crouch
that.
over and look down in the hole, trying to see if I can see like if the door is still open down there.
Is there any
Oh.
light
Thought I
down there?
told you. I shut the door for you
Oh,
there. I closed up some chests that were there. I did not get into any books or any
good,
items there. They do not belong to me, so they're not mine. So I just
good.
shut the a chest that was open that had some items disheveled, kind of hanging out. I put them back in.
Oh, thank
I
goodness.
locked the chest, put the key on the table, and then I shut your the secret door. So that way, if anybody came by, they could not see.
Thank you.
Because with me coming in and out of here, I don't know that somebody isn't watching and going to try to come down and
Oh, you know what? I
see
just
what's
thought of
happening.
most of that basement. That basement only covers a small portion, so the rest of that's just regular ground outside of there. But that's totally never mind. I was thinking it was like all would need. They could just tear up those stones that make up the rest of the floor and use that for building in the first floor or on the ground floor there.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Aside. So you didn't. Well, it's good that you didn't read any or use anything that you found in that chest. That's the
No.
chest I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The
No.
things in there are cursed.
Yeah. I'm not dealing with any of that stuff.
Mm,
Like I said, that's one reason why I left the inn. It was too many people and too many
mm,
people
mm.
doing odd things. No
Indeed.
offense to you. I mean,
No,
no
none
offense to
taken.
you,
None
but
taken.
it gets a little much. I mean, Nigel seems to be an all right guy. He seems pretty good, but when you have
Kind of.
like 3 or 4 people using magic, it's a little hard for us normals to be around.
When he says Nigel seems to be a really nice guy, I just kind of smile painfully. Mm, pat him on the shoulder. Do you happen to have the keys from those chests that you found
The chests in the other room?
in the basement?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, they're sitting on the table. I set the
Oh.
table. After I locked it, I set it on the table and then I left it there.
I will think I will go and retrieve that key now. I don't want anyone getting into that chest if they happen to find the lab, although I don't think they would, but just in case.
Yeah, well, it's your lab. You do what you
I'll
want to with it.
yeah, I'll head down there. And is there
I
a
would I would
candle?
I
So
would really prefer.
are you climbing down this rope into the basement, wooden leg guy?
M.
Okay.
I have a fairly good strength.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
What is your strength?
My strength is 12.
Oh, good enough. Yep. No problem. You make it.
Okay. Just kind of shuffle over there, pop the door open, take a look around real quick, snatch up the key, and then lock it again.
No problem.
And get the heck out.
So I'll help pull him up
Yeah,
because
that'd be
it's
great.
going to be hard.
Yeah, with one leg, it's a lot harder going up than going down. That's for sure.
I know that's your library and stuff, and other
Well,
people may want.
you've adjusted the lack of that one leg. You've kind of compensated with upper arm strength
Right.
or upper body strength.
Indeed.
So the only thing I would prefer is not to have a whole bunch of people that deal in magic coming in and out with
The only
to the library.
out of all of us here in this village, the only ones that I would expect to enter there would be either myself or Nigel. Please, Colin, do not let Hobbs know of that place.
No, I haven't told anybody of that place. Now
Anyone else, if you can help it.
Now the other thing I was going to talk to you about, which I talked to Lucinia, was that this morning? It was, wasn't it? Early in the morning.
You talked to her this morning, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I talked to her this morning. On my rounds this morning, there was some unusual footprints on Medina's grave. Um, I don't know if anything happened with it or not, but there was a heavy footprint, so the person was probably heavy, and it was an unusual boot. I have never seen that style in my tracking days. So just to let you know too, I told her, and I told her to keep it to herself, and I'm sure she will. And it's her brother, so anything I find out about that, I will report to her.
It's probably nothing. If anything, it would be old Hobbs lamenting the loss of his companion in Africa, who he'd never traveled Africa with. The man's a little unhinged at points. He had quite a fondness for Antonio, so I'm sure. Well, you saw at the funeral when he threw himself in the grave and bawled his eyes out. It's probably him doing such a thing again. I wouldn't worry about it.
No, I'm not worried.
But still, just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of things happening. The same way with the horses, we've lost quite a few
Mm,
horses, and I've seen them. I've seen Hobbs taking the horses. I guess he had roped Nigel into helping him. I
mm,
guess I don't think Nigel would do something like that, of course.
no.
But I don't know what he did with him, and we need to.
Mm,
It's our property. I mean, everybody that did that, there was what 3 of us that ended up killing those guys and taking their horses.
that's true.
So
We did earn those with blood and
exactly,
glory.
exactly. So I
Well,
think we need to get paid back by Mr. Hobbs if that's what he did take. So
if he did take them and did something with them, I will see that we can get money from him.
not that we're
If
poor,
anything,
but
at least
yeah,
half the value, but I'll push for more.
yeah, because we could sell those horses easily here. Travelers that come through.
True,
I'm sure.
true.
And plus, we could do some breeding of horses if we wanted to
Mm,
get the stable started back again.
indeed. We do have 7 at least now. Although one of
Yeah.
them I think probably needs to be returned to its owner. Well, hopefully they'll come for it at some point.
Which one was that one?
Yeah, who's that?
Remember we had one stolen horse?
Oh yeah, okay.
uh,
Where was it stolen from? I don't even remember.
From farm.
Yeah, I stole one from a farm.
You gonna return it?
No.
Okay.
No, that's my horse.
I wouldn't, you know what? I probably wouldn't even know it was stolen anyway, so I wouldn't have said that. Sorry.
All right, then never mind. Yeah, forget about it. And
Yeah.
does Colin know that Hobbs casts magic?
I don't think so.
Colin wasn't there, right? That was Cole that knew all that.
Right.
But no, I think he knew it because he was doing it whenever we were fighting all those serpent people and stuff.
Hobbs wasn't there for that.
Hobbs was not there.
No, not Hobbs. I'm sorry. I thought you said
No, I'm talking about
Nigel.
Hobbs. I'm talking about Hobbs.
Okay. No,
Just checking.
I've never
He
was
knows
around.
Nigel does.
He
Yeah.
knows Nigel does. He knows you do. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I never was around Hobbs because Hobbs that was.
Well,
of
3 or
course-
4 people who cast magic. There's also Klaus. He knows cast magic.
Mhm.
And even though it's holy magic, that's still probably unsettling.
Indeed.
Exactly. That's what
So
I
there
mean.
we go.
There's 4 magic users in the building there, so okay, that's fine. I just wanted to talk to you when we had a
I
chance
appreciate it.
to keep in
I'll-
touch. So
Of course, of course. I'll see about getting in contact with our mason in Boston as soon as possible.
very well.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Well, perhaps we can send 1 or 2 of the cousins to go with a message,
Okay.
as well as a letter. I think I'm gonna. I have a letter I need to send to Yoop, telling me I have some fascinating books.
Mhm.
If you want, I can go to deliver that letter to Jupe since he knows me.
If you want to travel all the way to London on your own,
I don't mind. I mean, whatever helps everybody. So
yeah. Then if that's the case, then I would write something much more candid about what's in there. Items found in a.
Are you gonna send him with the items?
No, I don't want to let those items just travel out on their own. Because if someone tries to steal them, and that could be dangerous, and we would lose money. I don't
They're
let them
not
know
on
that they're
their own. They're
there.
with Klaus.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to put Klaus in danger riding around with this big chest full of, ooh, what's he got in there?
Okay. Fair enough.
I'd rather have Jupe send someone to pick them up himself.
oh Ian, when that happens, can I talk to you, Jupe?
When you go, yeah, absolutely.
Alright, cool. Because I
When
want to
are you
ask
gonna
him for
go?
a favor.
Are you gonna go today?
Oh, as soon as possible.
Yeah. Okay. You're leaving on Saturday the 3rd. 1 second here.
Was that the dreaded random encounter roll?
Nope, not at all. I just want to check something. See how long that trip would take him. I don't remember. Okay, so it's about 120, 125 miles. On horseback. Yeah, it's still going to take you. I mean, are you going to ride hard, Klaus, or are you going to kind of right
Oh
and
yeah,
wrong.
I'm going to because I need a really big favor from him.
From Yoop?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you start riding hard. So
All right,
normally,
so
I'm
I
gonna
would
say
give
you get there in a few days.
I would give Klaus the letter about the books and an itemized list of what I know about them,
Hmm.
like the names of the books, what I know about the items themselves, and
Okay,
that they are stored and stashed away and for sale to our scholarly friend.
very good. All right. So yeah, what do you want to do on the way down there, Klaus? It's going to take you a few days anyway. Still, even riding hard.
You you mean when I get there or?
No, I don't know. You said you wanted to talk to me about your.
Yeah, well, I mean, once
Oh,
I
you want to
get
wait till you
there,
get there. You want to wait till you get to
yeah,
London. Okay.
yeah, I'll wait until
So
I get
you
there.
will arrive on Tuesday, the 6th, and you'll arrive like around the same time as you're pretty much leaving now. We're going to say, essentially. So what's that, like afternoon, or is it still
Yeah,
morning? Did you have
you
lunch
said it's
first?
morning.
Yeah. Well, did you have lunch before you go, or?
Probably.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it'll be afternoon. That's fine. So you'll arrive on the afternoon of Tuesday, the 6th. I guess I better put those in the notes. Um, Klaus rides for London with letter to Yoop. Arrives early afternoon, September 6th. Okay, cool. Got it. So Klaus is out of the picture for a little bit here for the moment. Okay. Now, anything else that we need to resolve here? Oh, yes. I do believe there was something about an exchange of a book or something.
Spells, right?
Right.
I have a small laundry list of things to do today.
Okay, what do you have to do, Hobbs?
I need to have a word with the proprietor of the inn about her shitty service last night.
Okay, Luciana, Hobbs approaches the bar. It's morning time. Do you offer him breakfast?
Yeah, I offer him breakfast and ask what's on his mind because he clearly looks a little bit
Aggravated?
annoyed. Yeah,
Well,
Hmm.
you see, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Luciana.
Lucy. Right.
No, Luciana.
Lucy, I came by the inn last
Luciana.
night, and you know, I have midnight strolls in the woods, as one does, and I came back to the inn to go to sleep, and what would you know? The door was locked. Now, a polite and gentlemanly man as myself, I
What
knocked
time did you
politely.
get in? What time did you get in?
Oh, I think it was 3 in the morning.
We closed at midnight.
This information was not conveyed to me. How was I supposed to
Well,
know
you
the inn
didn't stick
closes?
around to ask.
I was, that's You're the
And
owner
you
of
should
the inn.
assume. Why would we leave the door
I
wide open for people to come in and steal stuff?
Listen, madam. I am a paying customer,
No, you're
and
not. You are living here for free.
I believe I paid 50 silver yesterday,
You
madam.
paid on behalf of the men.
Exactly.
Are you going to
I
pay for this breakfast right now?
well, I would expect that this meal would be free after my trouble last night.
Is there a
Well,
problem, sir?
it would have been free anyway,
I also
like your room
own this
is.
bar.
Nigel comes up out of the basement.
Ah, my young student. Would you know? Do you know this? What this woman did to me last night?
What?
She had the audacity to close the door in my face.
No, I did not. My cousins closed it at midnight, like a normal place, and he walks in at 3 in the morning expecting it to be wide open.
Listen, Mr. Hobbs, Luciana, we have given her full reign to run this inn as she sees fit. So if there's a curfew, I guess you'll have to get in by midnight.
Hmm.
Sorry, there's nothing I can
Well,
do.
except from certain days, we might be open till 1 on a certain day, but
Better listen.
Well,
She's the
if
woman of the house.
I see. And
and
are you betrothed to Nigel? Are you Lucy?
Luciana.
No, we are business partners.
Call me Lucy one more time, and I will rip off your balls and put them down your throat.
Oh, violent are we?
Mr. Hobbs means no harm. He's just eccentric.
I see. I get shitty service and threatened. Ridiculous.
Have a free meal.
He was going
Thank
to
you.
get a free meal anyway. He lives here for free, for sake.
Thank you, Nigel. And I'll look over at Luciana and I'll say, this man knows real customer service. Perhaps you could learn a thing or two.
I know very good customer service, but for someone like you do not deserve good customer service. Plus, you are living up there rent free.
I would not say it's rent free. I have an agreement with my old friend Antonio.
Yes, but does money come into us? Do we get money for this pub from you? No.
Woman, I grow tired of your nagging. And I'll reach into my mouth and I'll pull out a tooth and throw it at her.
You know what? She just throws it straight back at you.
Please calm down. There's no need for this.
It's a gold tooth.
Yeah,
It's
she
worth
knows.
about 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, she knows.
There's your payment, woman. That should hold you over till next month.
You can have that back.
I don't
Ridiculous.
understand why you're so upset about the door being locked. Someone let you in, did they not?
Yes, but it was not the owner of the inn.
He had a busy day yesterday. Got
Yes.
flat.
I have a busy mind that requires walks around the village. But
I don't know.
whatever.
Boring me. You work it out with her.
I see my money is no good here, even though she complained about money earlier. I'll pick
Well,
up my
your
tooth
tooth
and put
is
it in
not
my
too
pocket, and then I'll walk out.
If this man wasn't with you guys, I would bar him from this place.
He's not with me. I not really. I don't claim him. I can't speak for him.
Ah. Well, if he causes any more trouble, I will not hesitate.
You must do what you feel is best, of course. I will not stop you.
I feel he is going to be more trouble than he is worth.
Yeah, he already is. But he might prove useful yet.
I very much doubt it. He
We are all,
plainly seems like a man who only cares about himself.
that's true, but we're all keeping an eye on him.
Hmm.
Hobbs is so angry. I think he needs to have a talk with Medina about his sister.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think that's what Hobbs will do. He'll take a stroll over to the woods, over to the new burial ground for Medina.
Yeah, the shovel is still there. So you go out
It,
into the woods. I've
of
been
course,
talking. I think I was muted the whole time. But
I
yeah.
think I'll look over my shoulder, of course, make sure no one's following me.
No, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Colin, what are you doing? You're on patrol, right?
So
Time is it?
This is in the morning, right?
Oh yeah,
Hobbs? This is after you study your spells. What time did you finish studying your spells?
Would this be about the
uh,
time I was talking with Colin?
probably like 11ish, noonish.
Okay. So it's
And he
lunchtime,
went.
actually. He might be having lunch. I don't know.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be doing a rounds at noon. So he does it when he gets up and right before he goes to bed. So He may be walking around the town a little bit, looking at things to see
All
what
right.
damage has been
So
done.
roll d6 for me, Rob.
Okay. A rolled a 6, so
Okay.
nothing.
Yep. Nope. Nobody's following you at all. Nobody's watching you.
All right. I'll walk angrily into the woods to the hiding spot, and I'll
Okay.
dig up Medina's head.
Doesn't take you too long. It's a pretty shallow grave for his head. Still,
I'll,
still rotting.
I'll roughly pull his head out of the bag, wipe the scruff of his hair, and I'll begin casting Speak with Dead.
Okay, hold on a second here. We put something up here. Oh yeah, go ahead and read Speak with Dead for the moment. Just tell me exactly what's going to happen here again, just so we don't fuck it up all over again.
I'm pretty sure you just ask a question of it.
I think you get like 5 questions or something.
The spell rips the spirit of the corpse from the afterlife and returns it to the body. Habitation is imperfect. Only works if it has lips and tongue. And so the corpse's knowledge is limited to what the person knew in life. And I can only ask questions.
Okay.
A base of 3 questions. If the death occurred more than a day ago, one less question can be asked and of more than a year. So
Okay, so you get 3
it's pretty
questions.
fresh.
3 questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's been dead a few days, but yeah. Like 4 days now. Something like that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you cast Speak with Dead, right? And it works.
Oh yeah.
Josh, I'm going to let you role play Medina, but you got 3 questions, Hobbs.
Oh, Medina, my friend, speak to me. Tell me, why is your sister such a bitch?
I knew that was going to be his first question.
For fuck's sake, she is not a bitch. What have you been doing to her?
Oh, you don't get to ask questions back.
Oh yeah, well, I need to. What? She is not a bitch.
No, her attitude would say otherwise. Tell me, Medina, what does she hate most?
She hates people like you.
Interesting, interesting. And tell me, what is her biggest embarrassment as a child?
Fuck, fuck me. Um, well, it would probably be obviously, you know what children are like. She kind of
Just the facts, Medina.
ran around the entire town in the nude as a child, and she didn't realize what she was doing, all that jazz.
Oh, a nudist.
But she was
Well,
only young.
thank you for your time, Medina. Don't worry, I will regale you with our tales tonight.
And
And I'll shove his
the
head.
spell ends.
I'll shove his head back into the
Into the
bag and
bag.
bury him.
Bury him again. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
He is not happy. He's dead, but not happy.
Now I know. Now I know more about that wretched woman. You know, I have a date with Antonio now.
Okay, now you have a date with Antonio. So
Yeah.
probably a little after lunch. Where's Antonio? What was he doing today?
I'm gonna inspect the blacksmiths.
Okay. Yeah, it's still in perfect order. It's just not been used in like almost a couple weeks now. It's been, well, more than a week anyway.
Forge is cold.
There's some ore in there. There's
Mhm.
there's full set of blacksmithing tools except for the smith hammer itself is missing.
Well,
In fact, it's buried with the blacksmith.
yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that.
Actually, no, that's not
They're
true.
probably
That's not true. There'd be another Smith's hammer
There'd
there
be, I'm
because
sure there'd be several, but
he had an apprentice and all that. So
right. Just take a catalog, get some parchment and go in there and just catalog the stuff that's in there.
no problem, easily
And
done.
let Luciana and Nigel know where I'll be.
Okay. And then you have a date with Medina,
All
or
right,
sorry,
I'll
with
walk up.
Hobbs.
That's why I let
Yeah.
everyone know where I'd be.
Yep, Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Antonio. And I'll say, "Well, I am prepared today, Antonio, to learn."
Indeed, as am I.
Yes.
And
Well,
I open the pouch at my side and I pull out my spell book. Smile.
all right. And I'll take out my book from my robe, and I'll exchange books with them.
Okay. Where will you be doing your writing?
In my room.
Very well. When we are finished writing for the day, we will hand books back and then proceed again until necessary.
At this
Until we've
location?
completed. Yes, I'd rather not do such a thing in front of the others in the inn. There's no reason to let everyone in the wide open world know of our knowledge.
Sounds good to me.
Right,
All
and
right.
I'll walk with him, stuff his book into my pouch, and walk back to the inn with him.
Now,
And
which book did you give me? Your
I
old
gave you
spell book?
my regular traveling spell book. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Mhm.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get to my room, cast Read Magic and look through his spell list.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
Okay. So while you guys are meandering about your afternoon on September the 3rd, we flash forward in time 3 days later. Klaus, you've arrived in London. You've gone to Yoop's new house. He has a nice mansion, which he's currently renovating in the city proper. You go there. You are met with. Didn't he have one of his servants with him? What was the?
I think that what's
Yeah,
his
he
name?
had
The
the.
third.
Yeah, I can't think of his
Yeah,
fucking
King
name.
George, whatever. Henry
Yeah.
VIII is in Amsterdam.
Yeah, he's in Amsterdam. But what's the other guy's name? The big.
Oh boy, I don't remember. He was mute, wasn't he? I don't remember his name.
Talking about the black guy, right? Fuck, I
Mhm.
can't remember its name.
Ah, is this him? Yeah, Gilles de Rice.
Yep, that's the one.
Gilles de Rice. So Gilles. Um, yeah, he's there. He'll take you to Yoop, and Yoop will meet with you and say, "Ah, my old friend Klaus. It's been quite a while."
It has indeed. How have you been, my friend?
I am prospering. And how are my old friends Antonio and Cole?
I'm sorry to say this, but Cole has passed.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
we came to
It is a
a little
dangerous life that
misfortune.
we pursue.
Yeah, and then we were attacked by snake cultists, so now we're starting to rebuild again.
Snake cultists.
Yes, they were hiding among the villagers that lived in the town that we made a home in, and out of nowhere they ended up killing one of our companions and came after the rest of us. I'm lucky to be alive right now.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad to see that you survived.
Don't worry, my friend. It's nothing that is your fault. But anyways, I have something for you. And I will slip him the letter.
Ah, it's from Antonio. Should I read it now or later?
Now, do you have anything to drink? Maybe we can sit down and catch up a little bit.
Certainly, please come in. Gilles, get us some tea.
Thank you.
Now. And so he'll read the letter and say, "Oh, well, I find this very intriguing." Yes. Antonio, did you price things in there or what, or did you just ask him to make an offer?
I would just have made an offer based on what I think everything is worth.
Okay, we won't worry about the minutia right
Right.
now. But he says yes.
Like a
Very
list of
well.
all the books and the description of the items themselves.
Allow me to write my response, and if you don't mind taking it back with you when you return. You are returning, I presume.
Of course, of course.
And so he'll get set to writing a letter agreeing to pay the asked amount for the items in question, and we'll be sending transport down within a few days after Klaus returns with this reply.
So, Jupes, I had a question for you. Are you still painting like you used to?
Oh yes, of course. I have to keep up with my art.
I was wondering if
I'm
you
making
could
quite a
do,
name for myself on the London art scene.
really, you're gonna have to invite me sometime. I like art myself.
Excellent. Yes, I shall indeed. I'll invite everyone.
But I was wondering, can I talk to you for a second without your help?
Of course, sure. Gilles, please, if you'll excuse us. Gilles will go back to the kitchen.
So when we were back in Amsterdam, I saw your pictures and your helper told us about how things came to be when you painted them. So I was hoping that you could do a really big favor for me, and I would be willing to pay anything for that favor.
What exactly is it you wish me to create?
Well, you see, Antonio lost his leg because of me, so I was hoping that you could draw him a new one, if you get what I'm saying.
I see. He would have to be present before me.
And what would you want in return for this?
The items that Antonio is offering to sell, we consider
So
an
you
even
want?
trade.
All right. I'll take care of that,
I
even if I
am
have to
I am
pay.
very, very expensive, Mr. Klaus.
Believe me, I seen your work. You're more than worth it. But as an old friend of
Mr.
yours,
Klaus, are you
one who
coming on
saved
to
your
me?
life, as a friend who helped you save your life, you gotta, help me out a little. I don't have that much money, so
Hmm.
like I said, I'd be willing to pay anything for it.
Very well. Perhaps we should discuss this in private. Would you like some wine?
I would love someone and some music.
Fantastic. It shall be done. And that is where we will end this session.